Alrighty then.
Anyway,
Anyway, everyone, this right here is why I say at the beginning of every stream that mental health is important. If you are experiencing any type of distress or unease, please seek professional help. If you have weird thoughts that don't seem to represent what the rest of people think, maybe go to therapy. You might not be in the wrong, but you might be. I have to check myself constantly for things like that. We have links down below. We've got a Wikipedia link with international crises and emergency lines. There's 988 if you're in the U.S. They are available 24/7 to deal with extreme mental health issues that you might be experiencing. There's also the Trevor Project for our LGBT youth. They are capable of providing discreet help if you're not in a position to come out safely. And there are so many organizations out there that are there to help. Just, you might not find the right fit for your needs immediately, but don't give up. Just, try another. Eventually you'll find that perfect fit for you and get the help that you need specifically. Of course, we also have down below links for some surveys. We've got our social medias, and there is the community Discord server invite. It is not centered around this channel. The channel is only a small portion of it. The rest of it is just a gaming server. Find people to play and discuss any type of game, board game, card game, video game. TTRPGs have their own section specifically because that's kind of just my jam. With all that said, though, thank you for being here as we continue the Highroad of Maluviette, a 5e campaign. Stands as the first of 4 20-level campaigns that we hope to get through as part of the Forgotten Deity story. Our heroes are on a mission to clear a 1,900-mile stretch of road that used to serve as the main trade route between two countries. Since it's gone defunct, both countries' economies have been tanking. Along the way, they have found just various problems, anywhere from a giant village that can make it difficult for human passage, all the way to purple crystals that induce and mutate both the mind and body. They are known as torment fragments. And through all of this, they've had to deal with the fact that both player and body are sharing a single body. I said player and body, player and character are sharing a single body. Last session, we started off with a group of devas riding alicorns, trying to demand that Twilight come with them. Party did not take that well. Fight broke out. The devas realized they were outmatched and ran away. The party, not wanting an encounter in the middle of the night, chose to venture off the road. They found a cave with a bear family in it. They were resting up for the night, and Pious experienced a moment where he was able to communicate with the other parts of his fractured psyche, including Amy, of course. The other names that were found were the ones for the red light, which is fur, clearly the emotion of anger. The white light is star. You don't really know much else about that one from there. And I don't think you actually found the names for any of the others through that conversation. Weren't too many
no,
names
I don't think so.
But you were able to come back from that. Everyone got their night's rest, and then you started with a very serious discussion because Tempest had used Soul Drinker to kill one of the devas, and it absorbed its soul. Through this, and a druid kind of took control of one of the bears and entered the conversation, stating that there was no way to prevent this war between the angels and the demons that was coming, but that it is her duty, as well as the other druids, to help protect the world as it stands for humanity, and that her area specifically happens to be the Maluviette mountains that you are traveling through. Her suggestion was to try setting up a meeting with one of the higher-ups on the angel side, and then assassinate them. Everyone had time to kind of go through it and discuss and think it through on their own, as well as a group, before you all continue traveling. While traveling, Tempest had a conversation with Wrath, although saying it's Tempest may not be accurate, as it was actually Maya who took control of the body in that moment. Everything is really tense right now, a lot of decisions to be made, and a lot of problems to arise. But you were able to get through the day's travel, and as everyone was resting again that night, Pious had another opportunity to speak with the individuals inside of him. When he came back from it, and where we left off, was with the Hermit telling Pious that if he wants, he can talk to him about it. So we will begin with Pious. You have finished your sentry mode. It's still too early for everyone else to be waking up, because you kind of went straight to the rest mode. Everyone stayed up for a little bit after that, and they also have long rests than you do. And the Hermit is still sitting next to you.
I feel slightly more rested than normal.
Oh, that's good to hear.
So, do you think... I'm still confused about why I am so fragmented.
I really don't know. There's the obvious one with you know, the people from the real world ending up in all of our heads, even if Jessica refuses to speak to me ever. But more than that, it is kind of odd. Trauma response, possibly?
No, I believe the longer my journey goes on, the more connected I am with my past. Or would it be the future? Technically both, I suppose.
Time doesn't seem so linear, at least not since meeting you.
No, it is very much a web of different possibilities. You see, whenever someone makes a choice, a path branches out from the timeline. And in somewhere else, another time or place, the other person that is almost exactly the same makes a different choice. And then it snowballs from there. I don't know where I was going with this, but it felt right to say. It almost gives me a comforting feeling.
You know, that makes me think. You all have mentioned that the void, that place of nothingness. It's kind of outside of our reality, isn't it? You think it would be possible that from that perspective and point of view, you could actually view all of the different realities, all the branching choices and decisions?
If your mind was strong enough, yes. I'm afraid with that much knowledge, a mere simple mind would snap. The power that knowledge holds is unimaginable.
Mind would snap, like break into pieces. Like yours, perhaps?
I fear mine would as well.
Maybe it already did.
Ah, possibly. Which is why the fear, me, is the one controlling it. By the gods, Hermit, I think you're right.
So he's kind of sitting there with like a furrowed brow, one arm kind of crossed his chest, and the other one just like on his chin. He's not like stroking it in thought, but is just kind of like sitting there. He's not really sure fully the implications. You can tell he's trying to think of what that could really mean.
I suppose time will tell. But for now, at least, we have a solid lead or foundation to explain the situation.
I suppose you're right. Do you want to play a game by chance? Do you even have a game? We could call up Patches and we could get like a chessboard or something. Something to just pass the time.
You can't see it because his face doesn't really move that way, but you can tell by looking into his lights that he's smiling.
I think that would be wonderful.
You just kind of you hear it from behind, as has become pretty typical. Oh, well, which game would you be most interested in then?
He takes a look at the hermit, and then he looks back at Patches.
Checkers.
As you see him do like the normal, like allegedly reaching under a counter, pulling something up, and he's got it's in a kind of like wooden box, and it's engraved across the top of it. It's in Dwarvish, and it just literally says checkers, but it looks pretty damn ornate as he's holding it out towards you, and he hasn't specified a price yet either.
How much, Patches?
How about when your journey is done, you owe me a game?
What is the catch?
If you lose, You'll help me get my hands on something very special, unique, one of a kind. And if I lose, I'll return the favor in kind.
His gaze kind of drifts to the ground in thought, and then he looks back up at Patches.
Deal.
So he extends his arms fully at this point. The game just kind of like right in front of you at this point to take.
Excuse me. Okay. Pious opens the box and starts setting up the game board and the chips. And he looks between both of the colors, red and black. And then he looks at the Hermit. And he just waits.
So one of the things that you notice as you're kind of setting it up, the board itself is designed a lot like the box. It is made out of wood with a very thin hinge on the bottom so that it can be folded closed and opened. And all of the pieces are carved from wood. They are made from two different types of wood, though. The black and red colors are both the natural colors of the wood they were carved from. And the Hermit just kind of, how about you go first, since I suggested it?
You will regret that. I
First
have
question,
a master.
you have proficiency with checkers.
No, but Deuce does.
Douche does. Deuce. I'm so
Hey,
sorry. I'm
what
so
the
sorry.
fuck?
That was my speech impediment. I promise.
Oh my god.
I'm not a douche. Deuce does have. He's really good at checkers. I'm not just saying that because I am him.
No, I believe you completely. So go ahead and you have proficiency on it. It is definitely an intelligence-based roll.
Okay. Pious is not good at those, but I have faith. No, stop. There we go.
By the way, Deuce, out of game, I'm better.
Wrong.
Yeah, I actually went to checker tournaments and won.
I was the checker tournament.
Oh, okay.
I was the checkers tournament.
Oh, fuck off.
Well,
Even with the proficiency. God damn.
Unfortunate. Oh, it's literally impossible for him to roll lower than that, so I don't know why I'm rolling. He kinda
Just
has
do
a
it
plus
anyway.
10. Do it anyway, see just how badly this goes for you in the first half of the game.
Yep. Yeah.
You can recognize that there's no coming back about halfway through the game. He's pretty much locked you in at that point. He doesn't seem to realize this, though.
Ah, so he's cheating by using a god. Got it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Like, he knows the moves he's making. He just doesn't realize he has that big of an advantage on you. Oh,
Bastard.
so he keeps trying to play unless you decide that you want to just call it right there. He'll try to finish
No,
up
I'm-
the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Pious would do the same.
Okay. Go ahead and throw another roll just to see how much of a comeback you can possibly get. Okay, so these are the only
better.
good GM rolls for the night are going to be the Hermit. Just saying. Because apparently the Hermit needs to be good at freaking board games.
Thematically, it fits. He's a lot older than I am.
Yeah, but he spent most of the time in the cave. So yeah,
That's fair.
you get to the end of the game and he pretty much just, he took like every piece you had and still had like 90% of them by the end of that.
Did I at least get one king though?
With that second roll,
Double
yeah,
piece?
yeah, you definitely ended up
Okay.
getting yourself a king by the end of that. You had a very
Okay.
strong second half to the game, but just nowhere near enough to win.
I'll take it. I fought valiantly.
And the Hermit had to spend quite a bit of time thinking about like each move he was going to make. So it took roughly half an hour for the first game, and it's still going to be like an hour and a half, 2 hours before everyone else starts waking up. But as the two of you are kind of finishing out this game, something in the sky catches your eye, and at first, out of like the corner of the sensor, like you think you see something purple bright flash up above, By the time you look up, though, what you see is a shooting star, and it seems very close. Like, it's probably a day's journey away as you kind of see it streak all the way down to the ground over the horizon.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. I don't think I've ever seen a shooting star before. Oh, wait. You're supposed to make a wish, aren't you? I wish.
Hmm.
And he kind of, like, just stops speaking at that point. Like, you can tell he realizes, like, oh, wait, you're supposed to make it in your head and not tell people.
Yes, Pious has made his wish.
What is the wish, since out of game?
He wished for us to finish the journey of the Highroad safely.
You feel kind of like a warm light kind of welling up inside of you, as if like some presence has recognized your wish and like it wants to help make that happen, but you also feel a very ominous presence just wash over you at the same time.
Okay. How long does that ominous presence last?
They both last somewhere around like 10 seconds.
Okay.
If you weren't a robot, all the hairs on like your arm, back, and etc. would have been standing up from it.
Ah. Good to know.
So, how about another game?
Yes, I suppose I can let you win again.
You notice he kind of like stops for a moment and is like he feels bad as he realizes just how badly he beat you. But he sets the board again for you to go first.
Okay.
Okay. In what would normally be half a game, he kind of just finishes it.
Okay. I did good though.
Yeah, you did. You did well. But he managed to just push you into a position where he just like took like half your pieces in a single move. And he kind of stops and he's like,
I am so sorry.
Do not apologize to me. Apologize to Deuce. He's very upset.
Deuce, yes. I'm very sorry. I'm not sure. I seem to just have a natural talent for everything, I guess. Or maybe it's not so natural.
He wants to speak with you.
Oh, okay.
And his whatever would be considered ears on Pious kind of extend out a little bit, and then you hear I'm gonna fucking kill you!
Cue the Benny Hill scene as the Hermit just kind of starts taking off.
No, wait. It's fine. He doesn't have control. It's fine. He's just mad a little bit.
Maybe in the morning you can play with everybody else.
Yes. Maybe I'll have a chance. That was nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. And anytime you need to talk, I'm here.
Same.
So what do you do for kind of like the last hour before everyone starts getting up?
Pious is going to I don't know. I'm just gonna munch on some ball bearings. Wait, no, I ate all those, didn't I?
I believe you had
Hold on.
2 bags. You ate the rest of the first bag, but you should still have another, I believe, if I'm remembering
Okay.
correctly.
Just gonna munch on some ball bearings. Probably like 30 of them, one at a time.
Right.
It's like his comfort food now.
Now, I'm pretty sure it's been his comfort food for a long time. Do need to go look up ball bearings weight, real quick, since we have switched to weight-based instead of like ball bearing count. Let's see, 2 pounds, 30 of them is... roughly 6%? No. Okay, calculator math real quick. Sorry, y'all.
Aha!
Oh, is that the captain? Is that what the aha is for?
Yep.
I think currently it's technically Rat Scratch, since I haven't had a chance to change his model for the PNG. Oh yeah, yeah, Rat Scratch. For some reason, there's a bird sitting next to you currently, Pious.
Rat Scratch.
Barry?
Good day, good day.
No! Okay, hold on. I gotta reload the freaking site to get it changed out.
Are you guys there?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're here. Okay, so it's
I'm there, but I'm not here.
0.06
But I'm also over there.
here, there, everywhere.
Will you eat them over here? Will you eat them over there?
Oh
I'll
no,
eat them anywhere.
there's green eggs
I do not want
and
these
ham.
green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam and ham.
Okay.
Will you eat them in a box? Will you eat them for the fox?
Will you eat them with the fox? Tempest's ears perk up inside of the fortress, despite being a wolf because of the Maya inside of her. Okay, we got
Finn
the model
comes out of
changed.
nowhere.
0.06 pounds of ball bearings eaten. Yeah, we're good to go. We're good to go. Everyone, you are now beginning to wake up, and Pious, you can hear the sounds of them doing so.
Okay. I'm gonna walk towards the fort.
Oh, wow. Discord was cutting out there for a second. Oh no.
Welcome back.
All right. Yeah, you guys get to start your day now. How do you do?
Is everyone here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's quiet this morning.
I had a dream about green eggs and ham. I should probably try to make that.
I dreamt I was a fox.
Were you in a box?
There's a box?
Were you a fox in a box?
I don't think I was in the box.
With socks.
With
Oh no. No. Do not put socks on the paws!
well, as long as
that
you
makes
didn't
me-
knocks.
That makes me think of another fairy tale. That one with the cat that wears boots. He's got a sword. Little thief he was.
I could kick his ass.
Did he by chance have a Spanish accent?
I don't think the story actually specified that. He might have. Wait, Spanish? Hold on.
Hey.
Oh, you mean Dwarven? Dwarven, that's right.
Yeah, that one.
Do you know why Jessica's like this? Why she felt the need to connect apparently our fantasy fake peoples with like real world cultures? Have you ever had a dwarven bean roll? Of course you have, you're a dwarf.
I am a dwarf.
I'm gonna go outside and get breakfast.
Let me make them green eggs and ham. I have a feeling I can make them pretty good. Pretty tasty. Pretty green.
Tempest, you also know that there is still plenty of the venison from the last one you brought down.
Alright, I guess I'm bringing the captain with me.
Yo, a captain's life for me.
So I guess I picked him up like sideways like a statue and he's just singing. Picked him up like a mannequin. He's just singing along.
All right. So you picked him up to go do what then?
Let's go outside, get campfire going.
Ooh.
You start getting the campfire going, and he pulls out his portable kitchen and just like opens the door.
It doesn't have authenticity.
Authenticity. What kind of authenticity you actually want? See? You're gonna be quiet, you're gonna help me cook.
Sure.
A good answer.
Just ignore the smile.
He just got a big old smile on his face.
So, in a world where food dye does not exist, what is your plan to get green eggs? What is your idea on how to do that?
Yeah, think of a creature that would give me green eggs. Ooh, green dragon eggs. That's the first thing that came to mind. Would that work?
You're gonna try to hunt a green dragon? Because that's definitely not basic food stuff. That will not appear in this kitchen. I guess you could buy one from Patches, probably.
You could pull it from the snack pack.
That is definitely more than just a snack.
Yeah, let me buy dragon eggs. Green dragon eggs.
Okay, so one green dragon egg is like 1.5 feet tall and like a foot in diameter. Like, it is huge. It's enough to generally feed 4 people all by itself. Just
Here.
one. It's also going to be 5,000 gold for an egg. He tells you.
That's fine. Give me 2.
Do you have 10,000 gold to spend on 2 dragon eggs? Unfertilized dragon eggs?
I'm a man. I am a captain who does not spend his gold on frivolous things. Thank you. Here's my inventory.
Does not spend on frivolous things. Proceeds to buy 2 unfertilized green dragon eggs for breakfast.
Patches.
Yes.
You might have enough. It's going to be close. Let me boil it down to gold count real quick.
How much in platinum?
The platinum is 2,250.
2,250. Okay.
Yeah, you fall short of... Oh, you only need 10,000. What am I talking about? Yeah, the entirety of your gold, basically.
Yeah, when was the last time I did update this? I don't remember. I'll just put 0.
Hold on, don't change numbers yet.
I already did.
It's a good thing I'm still looking at them then. You have 1,478 gold and 0 platinum for 2 eggs.
Oh, okay, I'll do that. 1,470.
78.
78. Still picky.
Well, you might need that 8 gold eventually.
Yeah, the 8 gold, absolutely.
Next time you buy something, I'm just going to tack 8 gold onto it. So yes, this is the most expensive breakfast that any of you have ever had. But as you're cooking it, Captain, you realize that the yolk and everything is not green.
Oh, green dragon eggs, I thought the yolk would be green.
Got gypped.
I did get gypped. Yeah, no one told me different.
Just put green food coloring in it.
There's no food dyes in this world. And Captain, I'll give you an obvious one: spinach.
Oh, I could definitely do that with spinach, yeah.
Since spinach actually doesn't taste terrible with egg, and it's green as shit.
So I'll do that. I'll make spinach dye. I'll make green dye out of the spinach, so make dye the whites of the eggs with green. Make that like a dark greenish color, and actual ham. As venison.
Venison ham. All right.
Venison
then.
ham.
Yeah, by the time you all can finish getting yourselves together, Captain is serving up plates of green eggs and ham.
Eat up, eat up. Plenty for everyone.
Alrighty. Anything else before you all head out for the day?
I think I'm good.
Alright.
Yep.
I make normal stuff and none of you say nothing. I see how it is. Fine.
I mean, they were good, but the price doesn't register to the increase in quality, that's for sure.
Oh, okay.
Captain, for the last time, I can't taste it.
Yer. That is true.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's all right.
Spinach kind of ruined it for me.
Really? Fine. I did it. Don't eat people, but no, the green eggs and ham, that's perfectly not good.
Yes,
I just don't like spinach.
I've heard many people say that vegetables taste like sad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fine.
Oh no, my ability to pay attention is falling apart.
Oh, no.
Alright, you have a fairly uneventful day. About like 6-7 hours into your travel, though, you start to feel like you're being watched.
Perception check.
Roll it. No advantage because no smells.
I would like to scan around the area, please.
Everyone who wants to roll perception.
I got 15. Is there penguins around?
No.
Yer.
Wow. I tripped on a rock.
I mean, a 10 is still pretty average. You look around, you take it in, you see the leaves for what they are. 24 perception. Pious, you're certain that there's nothing around. Like, nothing. There's no birds, there's no foxes, there are no animals. There's nothing around except you and the trees.
Yer. Whenever it gets quiet like this, it reminds me that there's always a predator nearby.
Yes, I feel as though we are being watched, but there's nothing. Keep your eyes peeled, everyone.
Campfire just suddenly yells out, "Your mother was a hamster and your father was drunk on elderberries."
And we're dead.
No, it's fine. I feel quite alive, actually.
So
Oh.
Captain, a crow comes down and just kind of like smacks into you and lands on the ground. Like, it looks like it's flying drunk.
Ha! Nature fights back.
Oh dear.
Are you drunk, you little crow? I'll eat you.
So like it puts its wing up like it's shouting at you and just squawk, squawk, squawk.
Campfire just squawks back.
And
"Yer,
Tempest,
squawk,
you
squawk,
are
squawk."
certain this is your uncle, and he is apparently so shit-faced he doesn't even realize he didn't turn back into a human.
Hey! Bird! Bird brain! Shift!
Kind of looks at you for a moment and then turns back and, "Did you do not insult my parents like that?
Yer.
You want to fight, little man?"
I'd eat you for breakfast. Come on.
Honestly, I want to see. Captain might have a chance this time.
Crow is pulling out his scythe. He is completely ready to fight at this insult of his parents.
Of
Oh,
course,
what-
pulling out Mama and Mia. Yer.
Okay, get in between. Uncle Crow, there's no need to kill him. Not yet. We kinda need him for the journey.
That's right. I'm a dwarf. I can do things that you can't, crow. Boy.
You know,
He's looking back and forth between the two of you right now, not sure what to do, and then he just kind of falls over. And you can hear him snoring immediately.
He fell
You
asleep.
win this time.
I always win.
You're lucky. He would have killed you, you know.
Yeah, sure.
So do you keep going and leave him laying here, or?
No! We're not leaving him sleeping in the road!
I dare you to lick it.
Why? No one passes here.
We are not licking him. No one's licking him.
Why would you
Go
even
ahead,
like it?
Captain.
I just ignored that comment.
I'm not licking him.
Guess
Wow.
I'm carrying him.
Sure.
I could put him in the bag of holding.
And then he wouldn't be able to breathe.
I mean, I could leave his head out.
You can put him in my barrel.
We could also put him in the barrel.
He's a crow, for God's sake. Someone just pick him up with one fucking hand.
Well, currently he's a
Fine,
human,
Oh,
tiefling
I got it.
specifically, but
Pious, please. Thank you.
I just hold him like a purse, like grip the front of his shirt, and then just he's dangling there as we walk.
Don't worry, he's clean-ish.
No, I'm not worried about that. I'm just not. I don't want him to touch me.
Fair. That's what all the girls typically say.
I'm sorry?
He's a very, very kind person, I promise.
Oh, all right, sure.
No, I know. He's drunk, and I honestly don't want to be thrown up on, so
Oh no, he holds it pretty well, surprisingly. He just sleeps and then continues.
I'm not taking any risks. No offense.
Fair.
he lets out a pretty nasty sounding belch. And Pious, you are so glad you cannot smell.
Yeesh.
Ugh. That sounded deep.
Very deep.
He just has to sleep it off. He'll wake up eventually.
Do you want me to wake him up?
No, it's best this way. Trust me, you don't want to see him trying to act up while intoxicated.
Okay.
So you all can keep traveling, and as you do, that feeling of being watched just kind of grows stronger and stronger. Like whatever presence is watching you is trying to pry into your mind. It's trying to call you almost somewhere that you just can't quite recognize. By the time you reach that 8 hours of travel, the presence is beginning to feel more and more alien. A mind that is just nothing like yours. Its goals, its purpose, its the way it chooses to behave is not human in the least. And Pious, you remember the shooting star, and you figure it probably landed somewhere around this area.
Everyone, I saw a shooting star earlier, and I believe it landed somewhere around here.
And you waited till now to tell us?
Yes, because we're close to it.
Okay, sure.
Uh,
Well, I didn't want you all rushing off by yourselves.
Why would be rushing off?
when do we
Because
ever
you-
do that?
I'm sure you would. I know you all a lot better than you think.
That is
Star just pops in. She says, "Fuck you all," and then leaves.
Oh, well, did you all hear that? I think there's mosquitoes out.
Hey, quite annoying too.
Those
Angry
damn
mosquitoes.
blood-sucking things.
Next time, just slap it.
Who did you say did that, Tempest or Twilight?
Star.
Star, okay. Just
Yeah.
Okay,
She
and then
just took
switches
over
just
for a
back
second and
to
goes, "Fuck you all. Fuck you."
I wanted to make sure that the context was like mentally pops in and pops out versus literally walks off.
Yeah, it just pops in, pops out.
Okay. So yeah, do you all set up for camp?
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Anything y'all are
Pious
going
just
to
walks
do
over
before
by
bed?
where the fire's going to be, and he just lets go of Uncle.
Yeah.
Plops.
Over here, right here.
He'll be fine. I didn't drop him very far. It was only like 3 feet.
Yeah, but he's
Hey.
passed out. It's the only time
Yes.
he's vulnerable, and he's very vulnerable.
Well,
He won't feel it.
yeah, he won't remember. He's out. See?
He has a weird intuition about it.
Pious like against his lips.
Oh, I'm sure you're gonna regret that later.
He won't remember. Even so, I don't think he'll do anything. I'm a
Okay.
friendly neighborhood robot.
I'd say you're friendly, all right.
For the most part.
For the most part, that'd be true.
Alright, y'all do have about 7 hours before you actually have to be asleep. You're not sure how well you're going to rest tonight, though, because that feeling of being watched is still present and very strong.
You're
Pious is gonna.
Simon's tiny hut. Sorry.
Liamon's
Okay.
tiny hut? Alright.
Mm-hmm. Does it still feel like it inside of it?
No. When you're inside of it, it just, the feeling goes away completely. And you can like look out of the hut too, and it almost seems brighter outside now that you're looking out through the window instead of being out there.
quite odd.
It's about 5 p.m., so the sun is setting right now. For those of you outside, though, it seems a lot farther into the sunset than it actually is.
Pious is gonna walk the perimeter, good like 500 feet of camp perimeter, to check and see if anything I can see anything
We have time.
That could-
I'm gonna join him.
Yeah.
possibly be a problem.
Has
So,
Gojira go around the other end with him?
all right. So hold on. Mecha Gojira is going the same way as them, or like looping the other direction on the circle. Captain,
You're
is Mecha Gojira going the same path as Pious and Tempest, or like the other way around the circle?
other way around. I'm going with him.
Okay. So you can have a perception with advantage on that one, Captain. And then Pious, Tempest, one of you has perception with advantage.
I have a plus
perception
9.
with advantage.
Yeah, you better do it. I think I have a +5.
So the highest was a 20.
Was a 20. All right.
20.
A 20.
20.
And then
Ooh-wee.
25 for the Tempest. All right. So since Tempest got the higher roll, Captain, you were going clockwise and they were going counterclockwise.
Here.
And as the two of you are traveling over towards the west side of the road at this point, you start to notice chunks of metal. It's not like raw ore either. It looks like plating that's been mangled and torn apart and is just like kind of scattered over here.
Here.
And you can see it. And there was like a couple pieces, and then a little bit further west is a few more. And as the Pious Tempest, as the two of you kind of follow it, you notice it's just like this trail of debris going towards the northwest.
Oh my god. I bet this is from the comet.
Here.
Are stars usually made of metal?
No.
Something happened here.
I am intrigued.
Hey, very
We should-
special.
We should keep our eyes out. Something isn't right.
Sight at the ready.
Just keep looking around, Mecha Gojira.
I'm gonna start following the trail of metal.
Watching our flank.
All
Look
right.
behind us.
So you follow it for about a half an hour. There's like patches where there's a bunch of debris. Sometimes you have to like look around to find where like the next chunk is, but you can tell it keeps going. Whatever left this debris behind must have been absolutely massive, and you're not quite sure how long it's going to take you to get there. You're already a half an hour in, and you don't see it out in the distance.
I'm gonna keep going.
Okay, fine.
All right, let's go back to camp real quick. Wrath, you're in Lehman's tiny hunt. What are you doing with your time then? Since there's about 7 hours till you have to go to sleep.
Since everybody has left and I no longer feel perturbed by this paranoia, I'm going to take out his book and start reading, and he'll read an hour into the night later than he probably should and risk exhaustion, but he wants to get 8 hours in.
All right. 8 hours of book. And Twilight, how about you?
So we're stopping for the night. Nothing's really happening except we're feeling a feeling, right?
Yeah, pretty much. There's an instant fortress you were setting up for bed, and then you came back out, and Pious, Tempest, and Captain are all missing now, too. Like, they just wandered off. They don't look like
They're all
they were
missing?
kidnapped. Yeah, it looks like the three of them just kind of left camp, walked off somewhere.
I mean, I don't have a babysitter? Oh my goodness, I'm free!
Yeah, so what do you do with your time, since apparently
I'm
no
going to get
babysitter?
high. I'm gonna go get high.
Damn, I should have chained her to my uncle.
Okay, then, how far are you choosing to go into your stash, then? I think you have, like, 12 doses. I'm trying to get to your inventory right now.
I mean, I'm going to get, like, actual flowers.
Just regular
That's what I
flowers?
have. Well, I mean, like, marijuana. Because what I have right now is just kind of like skunk weed. I want something strong.
You have
That will
14
help me.
doses of the strong stuff.
Not strong enough.
I mean, it's the strongest intoxicant that you know of in the plant family.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'll just smoke on that and try to read.
Okay. Go ahead and just make a con save. Since you're trying to read, you're probably trying not to go too hard on it at the same time. Just a good steady.
Where are we? Discord. Con save.
Yes, Constitution save. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, you should have.
I should have. But I keep getting text messages, so I'm like, ugh!
Oh, darn it. People trying to be social during D&D? What?
I know, I should tell them to fuck off. So con save. 6.
This will determine how many hours of reading you get in before the sleep.
You took my 23!
You took it from her.
That 23
Yeah, you
was...
took it
Yeah, that was last session, because you rolled in Fog Survivors. But you got a 15. So you managed to get about 3 hours in before you pass out, basically.
Okay. I should probably get into the right dice chat, huh? There we go.
Yes, you
Do I
should
get
get
to
over to the
re-roll
higher.
that?
No. Well, I mean, you could if you want to roll with lucky. You do have lucky currently.
Oh, yeah, I'll try it. That sucks.
Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
I'll take the 15.
All right then. Back over to everyone else, because we know how the other two are occupying themselves. It may get cut short. I may have to fix my numbers, but Pious, you keep going. Tempest, you're following. Captain, I'm guessing you and Mecha Gojira are still following too. You travel about another like 20 minutes or so. Like you've gone a good like 3 miles from camp at this point. And it's been kind of close to an hour of travel for you. And you can see now there is a massive metal structure up ahead. From what you can see, even through the tree line, it's taller than any of the trees here, and it looks like it's at least half a mile wide. And besides the metal debris at this point, you can also see trees that have been thrown. The ground is partially cratered in, even this far away from it. Its impact was ridiculously massive, and there's still dust in there.
How did we not feel this last night?
Something is very wrong here, then.
Do I feel anything from this? Like resonating from it?
That feeling of being watched has only gotten stronger as you've gotten closer. Pious, actually, you can feel just a little bit more than that. I almost forgot about your warlock stuff there for a second. And the like telepathy. This presence is undeniably psionic in nature. And it is hunger incarnate. There is nothing but a desire to consume.
Oh dear. We
Everything
should...
all right?
No. This presence is not friendly.
When are they ever?
Sometimes. But not this one.
There. Then we just kill it like the others.
I'm unsure about that.
Or we could head back to camp and hope it doesn't kill us in our sleep.
Yeah, it's not happening. I say we kill it first. If
I
it's right to
like the
kill
way
us.
you think, Captain.
I like the way I think too. But apparently some of y'all don't like the other ways, I think.
Before we proceed with that, I'm going to try and communicate with it. Give me a moment.
Alright, we got your back.
Hello? Who is there?
Oh, come on, phone screen. Stop being a dick. Thank you. Where's the number I need? Make a charisma save.
Okay, I do that.
You have advantage at this distance.
Yes. Holy shit! Fucking charisma saves off the charts. I shouldn't say that though, because I'm probably gonna roll in that one or something.
It is AC 21.
Or the complete opposite, nat 20. 32 total.
Hell yeah, you are capable of resisting it. Most of what you get is just feelings, a feeling to follow, to come to embrace it. And the only words you get are, "For the brood mother." Did that come over properly?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
I think I'll pass, actually. Thank you for the invitation. But no. We should leave.
What'd it say?
It is trying to consume us.
Oh, that's never good.
One of those again. Good time.
Well, did it feel like there was more than just one of it?
Not really.
Then we kill it first. There's 3 of us and one of it. Well, 4 of us. Sorry, Becca.
Poor Mecca. Always sidelined.
It's okay, Mecca.
No, seriously, though, I don't think you two understand. This thing is hungry.
Well, I'm hungry too.
Captain, don't eat this weird space thing.
Aye, fine. Let's get out of here then.
Does the brood mother mean anything to either of you?
No, should it?
Nah.
It is praising brood mother.
We can go back and talk to Wrath.
It sounds insect-like. I don't like it.
Either way, it's not good. At the very least, we should all be here to kill it. Maybe we can wait until morning.
Alright. Just make sure we don't bring it back with us.
Sounds like the one time I found like a mantis and like a crab having, or was it a lobster? Like a baby combined all together. It was segmented and really weird looking.
What?
That sounds horrifying.
Aye, the deep sea has many terrible, clumsy things. I would never recommend going there.
I don't do boats. I will never do boats.
You know,
Yeah.
there are people who believe that in the middle of all the continents, because there's that big area that's too dangerous to sail, there's a monster a mile long with teeth larger than the largest inn you've ever seen, and it's said that it preys and consumes evil krakens. Just a thought.
My tail is fully fluffed up.
Yes, thank you for your calming words, Hermit.
Thanks! Makes me want to find out where it is eventually one of these days, if I ever live there.
Why am I freaked out that he's just suddenly here?
Why?
I've been here the whole time.
He's-
Sorry if I was too quiet.
He doesn't really talk, but he's here. I do miss him.
What do you make of the creature from the comet? I know
Well-
you can feel it.
That's the weird part. I can't.
Of course not.
Maybe if I try to lower my guard, perhaps
No.
I'm just blocking it out
No,
without realizing it.
It is best that you are blocking it out. I don't know how I was able to resist it, but it calls to people, almost as a siren would.
Things.
So option A, we go back, we talk with the group, and we do it in the morning. Or option B, we bring Twilight here.
I'm partial to the last one.
Oh, I think we got a
No.
plan going.
We didn't just save her just to throw her into the belly of the beast. As tempting as that is, we shouldn't.
I mean,
Star chimes in and says, "Yeah, do it. Honestly, she's annoying as fuck."
You're not even there. You can't.
Fuck. Okay, fine. That's right.
Suddenly I have the urge to punch Twilight in the stomach.
you have that too? I have it all the time.
Let's go back before we start getting eaten by something.
Yeah, we're heading back.
Are you heading back at all?
Yep. So it takes you about another hour to get back to navigate your way. But you get back there. It's been about 2 hours since you kind of like wandered off so far. Twilight is nowhere to be spotted as you first enter camp because she is inside reading. And you can see Liamin's tiny hut, of course, where Wrath is. And at this point, Crow has managed to just kind of roll away from the fire in his sleep.
I'd say we drag him inside into the tiny hut.
Captain, you are also still very tired.
Wait, what?
Hey, I am tired.
You still have 2 levels of exhaustion.
Hey, I'm a tired dwarf.
Just grab his legs, come on.
Hey, let's go.
Eh. Could you believe this is alcohol weight?
Hey,
He's surprisingly skinny given how much he drinks.
It's really sad, honestly.
So yeah, you can drag him pretty easily, especially if there's 2 of you. But you can get him inside of the instant fortress, safe and sound.
I got his weapon.
You got his weapon like you're keeping it?
No.
Okay,
I have
I'm
Mecha-
sure.
I have Mecha guarding the side of the door.
All right. Are you going to tell Wrath or Twilight about what you have found?
Hey, we just do this as a group, so let's grab both.
Who is going to tell Twilight and who is going to tell Wrath, not Captain?
I'll talk to Wrath.
I feel bad for whoever
Tempest?
gets me.
Which one of you is going to go tell Twilight? The Hermit has unsurprisingly disappeared from your vision the moment it was brought up about talking to Twilight.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Damn it. This era of shit parenting.
I know.
You want to go grab her?
You go grab her.
I don't want to grab her.
I don't want to grab her either. So let's go together then.
Fine. If she puts up a fight, We restrain her.
That's fair.
All right. Well, we will start over at Rat then. You guys can choose to roleplay this, or just information was handed off.
Sitting in the middle of this sphere, Wrath kind of just looks up as you approach. No, Pious. How can I help you?
Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's fine.
There was a shooting star last night. Me and the Hermit both witnessed it, but we didn't think anything of it until the feeling of being watched. And as we followed the perimeter, we found trails of metal.
Hold that thought. Come inside, please.
Oh, okay.
He walks inside.
So you immediately
You feel-
feel that presence disappear. And even with the sun having finished gone down, there is a noticeable difference in the brightness of your surroundings once you enter.
Perhaps it better not, or we're better off not talking in its view.
That's fair. We approached it. The trails were lined with metals. And then the crater. It spoke to me, Wrath.
The crater or something within it.
Whatever crash landed here.
And what
Do you
did it
know-
say?
Do you know anything about a brood mother?
Nothing that immediately comes to mind.
That is more concerning than if it did. It was praising the brood mother. And it was calling to me. I, of course, resisted. Otherwise, I don't know if I would be standing here. It's
that
hungry,
all it-
whatever it is.
Hungry? How do you know that?
I can feel it.
I've never heard of any good entity known as a broodmother. But it's not to say there aren't any,
Well,
and I think they're not to be trusted.
judging by the feeling of dread, I would say no. But it is our job, and if this thing does not move from being near the Highroad, then I feel as though we must take care of it.
I agree.
But we should all be prepared. Something's wrong.
Did you take any of the metal with you?
No, I was afraid to. But I can show you where the trail is.
How far into his book am I?
You are 2 hours out of that 8 so far.
Okay. He closes it, sets it to the side. No time like the present.
If you're certain, I feel as though we should probably wait until morning to deal with it, but I can show you it now.
Well, I actually disagree with that logic. The only way we can guarantee we will be safe tonight is, and he gestures up towards the bubble that is currently surrounding the two of you. However, we're not able to all get a rest while near you.
That is true.
I think this might be something we need to handle tonight.
If you do want to wait, I could always help watch over Pious. Like, we know the layman's tiny hut would protect the rest of you, but if something were to attack him and I could always teleport us out.
And then
That is
we will
also-
run the risk of losing you. What if you teleport somewhere worse?
Oh, I guess you're right. I hadn't thought that far ahead.
A valiant idea, at least, Hermit. Right. I trust your judgment, Wrath.
All we've done is march today. Maybe it's time for a little nighttime action for once.
I agree. Let's go fuck shit up.
Lead the way, my friend.
All right, let's go over to the other side with Tempest and Captain real quick. You are approaching Twilight, who is chill, calm, reading, and clearly intoxicated as she's slowly puffing on one of her marijuana cigarettes.
Oh my god, I almost don't want to disturb her. She's
Hey,
reading a
don't-
book.
I don't want to see nothing either.
It's so civil.
It really is.
And I hear this, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
What the fuck are you guys doing? Get the
Oh, there
fucking
she is.
leave me the fuck alone.
Oh, she's angry. She's angry.
Aye, she's angry. Run away, run away.
God. What do you want?
There's a giant creature in the woods that came from down to the stars. You want to kill it with us?
Yeah, it wants to eat us.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, that was simple.
Yeah, speak direct. You can't just go beat around the bush. Yeah, these things take, they don't take that much time.
At least we can all agree that violence really is the answer.
Aye, it really is.
You guys are just standing and talking amongst yourselves. So I've already got my shit and heading out.
Oh, we're walking too. We're walking.
Oh, you guys are just sitting there walking? Okay. You're walking with me.
Captain, I want you to be aware of exactly the effects of your exhaustion right now at 2 levels. First is disadvantage on ability checks, so that's your skill checks, your tool checks, and if I just ask for a straight intelligence, disadvantage on all those. And the other half is that your speed is halved. Your speed is currently 10.
It's 10. God. Okay. You just, I'll be in the back. Don't worry about me.
Whatever you say.
All I can think of is Marvin the Martian with his little feeties going.
Yeah, luckily you've got Mecha Gojira who's helping you keep up with all this long walking, so it's going to be mostly a combat issue.
Let's go find Wrath and Pious. I got this feeling we're about to fuck shit up.
Hey, we're gonna fuck some shit up.
Yeah, so you all kind of come together as Pious, Wrath, as you finish your discussion. You see everyone else coming out of the fortress as well.
Okay.
Alrighty, what's the plan?
Just a reminder, this thing will try to consume you, so please be on your best guard.
I'm gonna consume it in front of itself. It's gonna watch me as I eat its very soul.
well, we don't even know what this thing is. Please, everyone, be on your best guard. I don't want to have to pull you out of the belly of a fucking, what's the word?
Tarrasque?
Tarrasque, maybe?
Eldritch horror. Please.
That's only assuming that it eats...
out of style.
Hey, that's only assuming if it eats us whole.
Exactly.
It could chew.
And we have a sense of where this thing is located?
Yes.
Yes.
That way. That way.
There's a giant crater indicating exactly where it is, actually.
Okay.
So, let's go.
We're
You
going
said there was a trail of metal to it?
Yes.
Maybe we should take a moment for me to identify this metal.
I'm surprised Pious isn't just picking up and putting it in his mouth as we strut along.
Yes, because I do not want to die. Yet.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so you're using the Identify spell then? Ritual casting?
Yep.
Hold on, I gotta check lore I wasn't expecting to need. I don't know why I didn't think about you casting Identify on this metal.
Or like a U problem there.
It kind of is. I'm sorry. The lore for what this is from is only roughly 800 books. I'm sorry. I don't have it memorized.
It's just so little. It's okay.
Okay, there's no way I'm going to sort it out. Not with the hundreds of ships. I'd have to find the correct one on the list. So we'll leave it at this. It is a type of steel alloy made of materials that you're not familiar with and the spell can't quite identify. It doesn't seem magical in nature, just that it's made out of things that aren't from this world.
Okay. This is simply alien. There's nothing magical to it.
Yo, I'm gonna take all of it. Especially when we're done here.
Oh, dear Lord.
Captain,
What?
you just picking up one chunk here, you can tell that this metal is at least 3 times as strong as the steel that weapons are made from.
Oh, I'm gonna make so much with this. I enjoy working with metals, especially good ones like this.
I'm gonna pick up a piece and try and channel some magic through it. Maybe a shocking grasp.
Okay. So shocking grasp specifically here. You start trying to channel the magic and such, and you notice that it seems to almost repel the lightning, like it's designed to not absorb it and to prevent it from passing through. As if it's designed to actually protect from powerful electric surges.
It's not conductive. In fact, it's repellent to conductive properties, it seems.
That is, every new thing we learn about this shit is much more concerning than the last.
I like
It's also
it.
much more. Yeah, I agree. Actually, it wouldn't be as beneficial to me, but to the two of you, I think a shield or a suit of armor made from this would be quite incredible.
Wrath,
Absolutely.
there's one more thing you notice too, as the lightning and shock finishes dissipating. It did not generate any heat, and this metal is surprisingly cold, even for the cold environment you're in.
Okay, I will. Do you think that this piece of metal would be worth a silver piece? At least?
I'd say at least a couple gold.
Huh?
So you are talking like chunks that are like a foot by a foot at least.
Yeah, well, the component to this spell is a melee weapon, which I'm going to try and improvise, worth at least a silver piece.
Oh yeah, hands down, it's definitely worth at least a silver piece just as a raw material. So
Then I'm going to attempt to cast a green flame blade through it as I just kind of swing it in the air.
so kind of like as normal for flame blade, like the fire lights up across it, kind of pushing out as you finish your swing and meet that target of the open air. And it almost seems to launch it like twice the speed it should when it leaves it.
Oh my. Hey, Captain, try a bonfire. I don't have any cantrips that create fire other than that. Maybe try a bonfire, see if they conduct heat at all. Or if it's just resistant to electricity. Actually, while we're experimenting with this, give me 10 minutes, everybody, and I'm going to ritually cast Liamon's tiny hut again, so that we have a place to experiment that is safe.
Oh?
All right. Yeah, you after about 10 minutes, you've got that nice safe space that you can all go in. And Captain, you cast bonfire in that space with the metal, and you leave it for basically the entire minute duration so that it can soak up as much heat as possible. And when you let it down and you take that tentative like touch trying to test it, it is still cold.
So, circling back around, if whatever we're going to fight is utilizing this in a defensive manner, we might be in trouble.
Well, whenever
Say
I...
that again?
Sure.
Whatever enemy we're looking to face, if it is using this metal as armor or a shield of some sort, or a weapon even, we might be in some trouble. This is very, very strong properties that resist magic, it seems, or at least heat or conducive energy.
You're not wrong. But we're assuming if it's wearing the same thing as it's what we found.
Why wouldn't it be,
It-
though?
That is true.
Does it match any of Pious' metal that he's wearing?
No, it does not. Very different metal types. And you've definitely had enough time to kind of look at it, and it looks almost like the plating from some type of vehicle. Like, imagine like a car, but this is like a scrap off of it, so like a vehicle that's just much larger. Which is in line, of course, with seeing a giant metal structure that fell from heaven.
Would I recognize this since it's more like, or is that nothing that I would know?
No one recognizes it.
Okay.
Well, the entity is psionic in nature.
I don't have much to combat that.
You all do actually have rings of mind shielding, which is mildly concerning that you could still feel its psionic presence.
Hey. That is true.
I do have one other... Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. I mean, that is really weird that we're filling this. I wonder if we should just, kind of go back and kind of deal with it later.
Be my
No.
guest.
It
Okay, you
may
guys want
get
to
take
deal
care of
worse.
it
with it
now.
tonight? Okay.
I'm going to tap it with my staff and use a charge, or not a charge, but use its thunder property to see if thunder does anything to it.
So you notice as the wave of force kind of like hits it and goes through, it almost seems to like waver in time to it, maintaining its structural integrity as it does so. But none of the force goes past it. as it kind of just absorbs it.
No matter what I throw at it, it's likely to send it back at me as much as it is to damage, or as much as it is to not have an effect.
Hey.
Should we try stabbing it, maybe?
Sure.
He kind of just
Wants to
looks
stab
over
it.
at you, Pious, because he doesn't have anything to stab it with.
Sorry, what do you want me to stab?
A piece of metal. Check its
Oh.
hardness.
Okay.
Maybe with a more insignificant weapon. First.
Sure.
He's going to take the piece of metal and try and stab it with a dagger.
All right, roll your to hit.
What's the to hit with a dagger? I don't have one. I don't
Dex
see-
Either
mod
strength or
strength
dex.
mod, yeah. It's your choice, strength or
Plus
dex plus
proficiency.
proficiency.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Plus. Wow.
So you go to drive it down, and you're trying, like, your intent is to hit this thing as hard as you can. And you kind of just drive it through, and it gets stuck in the ground. The dagger does below it. But the
But it
only
goes
damage
through.
the only damage that seems to be is exactly where it went through, as if the rest of it was unaffected around that spot.
So it's hard yet soft at the same time. Interesting.
That is interesting. I'm gonna take another dagger and just try and like run it across it.
Okay. Just lightly across it, or are you trying to like press into it to leave a scrape or scratch?
I'll try and scratch it.
Okay. Give me an attack with advantage on that.
The advantage is a 25.
25. So you are, and you can like kind of see where you're dragging it. You can see the mark getting left, but it almost seems to like remold back on itself, kind of clearing up the scratch you were leaving.
It's healing itself.
I have an idea, but I need you all to tie me up first.
Hey, yeah, what are you planning?
Okay.
I'm going to eat it.
What?
But I need you all to tie me up first.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
How will you eat it?
With my mouth.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought
I
it
don't
was
think
the
you're
other
supposed
way.
to.
You're going to eat the metal or the thing itself?
The metal.
Okay. I'm totally for this. Because I have revive
Just-
5, so if you
ju-
die, then we're good.
I don't think I'll die. I'm more concerned of what I'll do if I am under its control. So please, tie me up and make sure it is tight.
Why would we take such a risk?
Because we need to find out what we're dealing with.
Okay,
This
let's
is
do it.
alive. Hold on.
So let me put it in different terms real quick. It didn't look like it's just like healing like a body would. It's more that it's just malleable enough that it kind of closed in on itself.
Oh, okay. Never
The,
mind then.
like,
Ignore my last comment.
yeah, when you pulled the dagger out, it kind of pressed back together, but because it was just a solid hole straight through, it didn't actually close back up. The scrapes were just thin enough that when it pressed back together, it looked like it disappeared.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
I'll give
scratch
you
my last
the out of
comment.
game. The fact is I didn't think you'd go this far with the metal. It's out of game, not that important, but there's crazy shit you guys could do now that I'm thinking about it and you guys are diving into it.
Perfect.
Hey,
You know what? Let's try to heat it up.
Already
We've
did.
already tried that.
Oh, we already did that. Okay. So I guess that's you.
Now please, tie me up.
You want the you want the vines? I can tie you up with the vines.
Anything will do, as long as it is tight and I cannot move.
Can I pay attention outside while this is all happening?
Oh yeah, for sure. You guys, what's going on around and everything, you haven't noticed like any animals, any movement. Nothing seems to be happening out and about around you. And like I said, there's a lot of metal here at this like first debris spot. So Pious, you've kind of figured out that it's roughly like 10 pounds of metal that you need to eat before like the pooping out of an item happens. and you're roughly 4 pounds into a 10 mark right now. So how much of this are you going to try to consume?
All of it. Not all of it, but
I was going to say, that's
I'm
going to be a
gonna
solid
reach-
like 30, 40 pounds.
I'm gonna reach the 10-pound mark with it.
Okay. Let me open up the document that has the pre-rolled list of things then. So it goes down really easy. It's kind of like some of the stuff you've eaten, like in your Genasi form, the softer things, how it just kind of like molds to your throat and you can barely feel it going down. That's the kind of difference between eating this and other metals you've eaten. It's just a very soft, smooth metal as it goes down.
It's actually quite nice.
Well, I'm glad you think so.
Yeah. At least you're not suffering.
Oh no, I'm actually in quite a lot of pain. I just can't tell.
Oh.
Oh no.
So in this time that you've talked, Wrath, you're the one that kind of notices. You notice there's just a shield behind Pious. Pious, you didn't even notice it come out. That's how smooth and easy it did. But there is a shield on the ground behind you now. Very plain-looking shield, unlike the last one that came out.
You have a dingleberry.
A what? Oh! Well, hello there.
He picks it up with 2 fingers.
Yeah, it seems to just be made basically out of that same metal, the shield as a whole. But like the edging and the parts that are more about looking nice are made out of the Celestra metal that you've eaten previously.
It was combined with the other metals in my compartment. Well, it seems I'm fine.
Well, that's good to know. Does it seem to have any qualities? Much like the rest of the things that you have ejected from your body?
It's definitely magical. You can tell that.
Would you like me
It's
to
magical.
identify it?
Sure.
Very well. And I will
Wrath,
sit down.
as you take it into your hands, you can actually feel the weave of magic from it. It is very potent magic.
Interesting. Whatever this is powerful, I believe. Yeah, I'll try and cast Identify.
How powerful?
I'm not sure yet.
So
Let me find out.
Wrath, unlike the other stuff, like you the first bit of information you get from it is this is an artifact level item.
Extremely powerful.
And I'm gonna ask for all of your advice. Should it be called Space Shield? Shield of Thermodynamic Resistance? Or something along those lines. It provides, while attuned, resistance to fire, resistance to lightning, immunity to thunder, resistance to bludgeoning, as long as you can use the shield. And it is a +3.
I think it should be in the lines of like something like resistant to elements. Because what you just said was like everything that you mentioned was element.
I mean, it's with the broad spectrum of elements, it's only a small swath of it. I'm going to rephrase. You get those bonuses as long as you are also receiving the AC bonus from the shield, and you do have to be attuned.
I was literally going to ask you that if that wasn't explained.
Yes, it does require attunement.
Oh, attunement wouldn't be the issue. It'd be having to actually have it equipped to use it.
Essentially, the shield itself is what's reflecting all of that damage, so it has to be something you're gaining that bonus from.
I like the the thermodynamic name, but that's just me.
I left one off. It also has resistance to cold.
To what?
To cold. It has resistance to cold and fire, resistance to lightning, and immunity to thunder.
Wow.
This is it's everything that we just tried to do to damage it. It is definitely resistant to all of that. And it functions as a normal shield, it seems.
But properties are still.
Interesting.
It'd make every dwarf jealous. For
Sure would.
years. Aye.
And Wrath hands it back to Pious.
Does anyone want to use it? I
I'll
have
try.
no need for a shield anymore.
I'll try to do it.
Here you go.
He hands it to you.
Sweet.
If I could type, it would help.
Huh?
There we go. Typed up. Sent in chat. Shield of thermodynamic resistance. Artifact. Requires attunement. +3 shield. Resistance to fire, cold, lightning. Immunity to thunder. Bonuses only apply while gaining the AC bonus of using the shield.
Interesting.
Hey,
Very. At least we know we can pierce it. If whatever this thing is indeed wielding it.
really can't use magic. Physical attacks. Hey, be right up the alley.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are you going to wait long enough for Twilight to attune to it? It is already 8 p.m. at this point.
It's up to y'all.
How long does it take to how long does it take to attune to it?
1 hour.
Yeah.
We have an hour to wait.
I can wait.
How much time do you want to take? Captain looks like he can barely keep up.
Hey,
Yeah, I
put
can
that
wait.
back. You take that back. I'll come at you.
I'll just put it in my bag and and I can attune to it on my own free time.
Fair enough. Let's get going.
All right, Captain. Is anyone else trying to gather the metal as you go?
I will.
No.
Nope.
Okay,
Apparently
Captain
not.
and Twilight then, go ahead and roll survival checks for how much you can grab while moving.
All right. Do. I have a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So you managed to collect 20 pounds of this metal as you travel.
Yo,
Just
I get
because you
20
can't
pounds.
stop too much to try picking it up along the way. And Twilight
Wait,
picks
I
up
think-
15.
Wait, I think I rolled the wrong one.
I don't know, you have a pretty high survival, so 9 makes sense.
So 20 pounds. How many pieces?
Like, somewhere between 40 and 50 pieces.
You want to do it 45 or you want to do 50?
50.
So the number of pieces doesn't matter so much, especially since your point is trying to forge with it in the end.
Yes.
So really, you just need to know you have 20 pounds of space metal or spaceship metal.
Sweet. I just put space metal. I'm totally going to revamp Mecha Gojira. And my blades. And my armor.
Yep, 9.
I'm just going to
You're
make
right.
things. Yeah.
All right, and Twilight has 15 pounds of this metal. All right, so it does, again, it takes, you're moving a little bit faster this time than trying to follow the path because you have a much better idea of it now, since it's the third time Tempest, Pious, and Captain have gone this way, so you get there in about 45 minutes instead of an hour, and with the extra distance to get all the way to it. As you actually get up closer to it and you breach the tree line into the main crater, what you see is a spaceship. It is a literal spaceship. And the back half of it, you'd assume, is torn off and missing, explaining all of the debris you had been seeing. And you figure it's probably scattered across the forest for some distance in every direction as well. But in particular, there is a picture I need to send you, because you can see it. There's a noticeable door. It's been busted up and it's basically off of its hinges, so to speak. But above it, engraved into the metal, as soon as I can get this freaking sent. Holy cow. And no, I don't want Fog Survivor NPCs. That's not helpful. There we go. There is the symbol that's engraved above the door, into the metal. And despite all this wreckage, you do not see any bodies as you approach.
The two-headed
What
bird.
did Raph actually...
Or two birds.
know how to do this with the high history checks?
That would be Pious.
Okay.
Or mutated evil.
Hey, Pious, do you want to check this out with your history? See if you know of anything?
Yes, I suppose it wouldn't hurt.
My first question is, does anyone actually out of game recognize this?
From
I have a feeling
Warhammer,
I
right?
should, but no.
Yes, it is from Warhammer.
That is even more terrifying now. I am very scared.
Marines, baby. Imperium.
Yep, the Imperium of Man. So, Lance, you are obviously aware of this as you are in Wrath's Head, and you know this.
We have a problem.
What would be the problem?
This.
The bird.
Mm-hmm.
He
Okay.
knows, doesn't he?
You thought your penguins were bad?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What does this mean, Wrath?
The symbol, not exclusive to, but is often carried by warriors that traverse the space around the planets. They are not to be taken lightly. One warrior by themselves could probably ruin armies.
Hermit. Just one lad.
Great.
Yeah.
So we just hope for the best, or what do we do?
It sounds like it is a hope for the best situation.
We find it. Them. It. Whatever it is.
And we cut its head off.
I didn't say anything about that. Maybe we try and convince it that it's not where it needs to be currently, and there's no threat posed here.
So, Lance, I'm making a little bit of assumption, but I figure you probably know enough to know that the human empire is really not good with anything non-human. So
Yeah.
a world full of non-human races, bad place for them to be. And there are a lot of very horrifying creatures that aren't human, that are psionic in nature.
Mm-hmm.
So take that how you will in that knowledge. But yeah, you all are outside of this door right now. You can see lights flickering inside.
Anyone willing to go in?
I heard the expression "ladies first," but I don't think it goes applies to this
Okay, I'll go.
situation.
I'll do it. Right, you know what? Tempest, ladies first. Go on in.
I'm sorry, weren't all of you the ones excited to come and do this, like right now?
Wrath walks over and pounds on the door 3 times.
See?
Okay.
Great, that saves the trouble.
So the sound echoes thoroughly through it. You can tell that it's not like going through the metal. Like you were hearing it specifically because of the opening that is allowing it to come out.
Hello?
You don't hear anything inside though. As you're standing there though at the edge, you do see a couple of bodies off to the side inside of the ship.
Are they armored? Are they human? Are they...
They are human. They appear to be civilians, not soldiers.
Wrath looks back at the group, kind of shrugs a little bit and sighs and walks in.
I didn't know he was a lady. But okay.
I'm gonna follow right behind him.
Yep.
Slowly.
Twilight, you coming?
I guess ladies are last, aren't we?
I can always go behind you if you want it to not be ladies last.
No, go ahead. Go on. Everybody else is going. Go ahead.
Okay, so I refused to make a mega dungeon map for this. This thing is like half a mile long, in what appears to be dozens of stories. This is bigger than the main church, essentially the Vatican style church in the Hunrum Republic's capital, Invictus Terra. This is bigger than the largest building in this world.
It's massive.
So you all will tell me how you're going to go about searching and what you're going to be doing, and then I will have you making rolls in response to that for what you find, what you see, and what happens in general.
Okay.
So the first and foremost question is, are you all sticking together or splitting up?
Hey, I say we stick
I don't
together.
mind. I don't mind splitting up.
So one vote each way. How about Pious? Pious's vote?
I don't think we should split up at all.
Wrath?
Okay, fine. I guess I'm being babysat.
Well, Wrath is in the front, so he assumes that they're either going to follow him or they won't.
Fair enough, fair enough. All right, so you're all gonna stick together. Are you trying to be stealthy about it? Taking your time, anything like that?
Wrath is just keeping an eye out, but he's not trying to be stealthy. He just beat on the door. He assumes anything in this area is going to know he's here.
Fair enough, fair enough. All right, and you're keeping an eye out, so that would be a perception roll from Wrath.
I'm watching the rear.
You're watching back the rear, so give me a perception as well. Pious, how are you going forward on this
Bless you.
venture into the
Thank
ship?
you.
I'm going to be listening for any movement or noise that wouldn't sound like a creaking ship.
All right, give me that perception then. Captain, how about you?
Sticking together.
Okay, but what are you doing beyond sticking together?
Just Van Flyers feels like he needs to keep an eye out, so he's just looking for movement.
All right, perception for that then. Twilight, how about you?
Yo, 17.
I'm actually kind of doing a investigation, like kind of locating objects, seeing if there's like anything valuable.
Checking under debris and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, give me an investigation.
We should break before we get involved in this.
Yeah, we'll take a break after finishing this round of checks.
You want perception or investigation?
Investigation.
I suck at investigation.
But Pious, we will start with your 21. You do hear something, very not metal and not the sounds of footsteps.
What do I hear?
That is the wrong one. Yeah, computer, stop freaking out.
I want to reroll. Yay!
Yes, Pious, you hear the sound of just like squelching flesh as if it's running down a wall slowly into piles.
Oh, that's gross.
Well, that's great. That's lovely. I love this sound so much. I wish I could hear it to sleep. It would be fantastic. Does anyone else hear that?
Hey,
It's disturbing.
it very much is.
Yeah, everyone making perception checks. Well, Tempest, your perception check would definitely hear it. Wrath, Captain, we'll start with Wrath. What was your perception?
21.
21, you definitely
17.
hear it as well. 17, you can barely hear it. It doesn't seem to be in the immediate area.
I do. Where is it coming from?
With the echoing off the walls, you can't pin down where exactly it's coming from. As because you're moving along and you're following the like network of hallways and such, and you do not too long into it, you do find a room, and when you peek inside, it seems to be more or less some type of cargo room. Inside of the room, you do notice a couple of rather large bodies in this full black metal armor with this particular symbol on it.
This is a different tier of them. I don't remember exactly what this means.
As you're kind of like looking around in the room, though, because you are trying to search and everything. Okay. You do find a variety of things between their bodies and everything else. You find more just like raw metal. It does look like the metal that like the ship was made out of. Captain, you're the one that kind of like notices that pile of raw metal in a box. And Wrath, Pious, the two of you, each kind of looking through the different boxes. Pious, you find what is clearly a stock of grenades. And
Oh dear.
Wrath, next to one of the bodies, you notice an undamaged weapon, some type of rifle. Twilight, you're kind of digging around, and you notice a belt of grenades.
A what?
A belt with several grenades on it. Like it's designed to hold them and be worn.
Ooh.
And
Rapid into
Tempest, you don't know. Probably not, though. It is just a grenade belt.
I'm gonna totally put it on.
Tempest, you notice kind of it is splayed out and kind of went partially behind some of the boxes during this crash. But you notice what appears to be like a greatsword-sized weapon with a sharp chain around the blade and some type of motor contraption down in the hilt. Think giant chainsaw. A chainsaw sword.
It's nice.
Yo, this thing is awesome.
These are dangerous, Rat says as he picks up the rifle.
I totally get ya. I'm gonna just put this to the side. I'm gonna keep
We
that
should-
later.
We should definitely be careful.
Yep. Totally agree with ya. Just nonchalant.
Okay. And typing up the loot now so I don't have to tabulate it all as we go. There we go. So it is a bolt rifle, a chainsword, a belt of shock grenades, 6 of them, and the boxes you found were, one of you found 10 frag grenades and the other found 10 plasma grenades, once you stop to figure out exactly what they are.
Oh, okay. So this wasn't just all me. Everybody else found theirs.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of what all of you found looking through this room.
Oh, I got lucky with that 23.
Yeah, you all kind of found this. The bolt rifle does have essentially a clip in it. It has a full battery in it. Same for the chainsword. All right. Yes. So you have just found yourselves a whole bunch of loot in this room. And you assume this ship is probably full of special things that you can't find in this world. As you clear out this first room and find 2 bodies of dead space marines, this does not bode well.
Hey,
Can I search
Professor.
them?
We already searched. That's how you
Them?
found all the things. Yes, you searched the room as a whole. And a lot of what's in this room has been completely wrecked by the crash. So what you found was more or less probably all you're going to find in here.
How sad.
How do we proceed our search into this labyrinth of machinery?
The left.
Go
left.
left.
The left.
To the left, to the left, to the right, to the right.
I cast dancing lights and 4 red orbs surround us, lighting up our way.
All right. That will bring kind of the immediate area to full brightness instead of dim lighting. As you continue. So, we will start with Tempest this time for how you are continuing down this search.
I'm not really searching the room or anything. I'm just kind of.
Oh, we're moving on past the room at this point.
Okay, I'm just walking.
Just walking.
I'm just carrying on as we were prior to reaching that spot.
All right, Wrath, are you changing up how you're checking things and watching as you go?
He's trying to focus on that sound and see if he can determine at any point where it might be coming from.
All right, then perception check. Tempest, perception check as well. Pious, how about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow the noise with wrath.
All right, that would be another perception.
It's this way.
Captain, how about you?
Looking around, see what else, I could possibly, Terrifiers can possibly loot, but also just keeping more of an eye around on our surroundings because he doesn't like what he'd heard before.
Fair enough. And that would be a perception. What about Twilight?
Are we going left, right, or where are we going?
You're continuing down the maze of hallways.
16. I like that one.
Yeah, investigation.
Still checking under things, looking for possibly blocked out passages and such. Give me that investigation. Wrath, what did you get on that perception?
18.
18? You're trying to listen, and you're trying to follow the sound specifically. So every time you kind of notice, like, you're going down this hallway and it almost seems to get quieter, you turn around, start going down another hallway, leading the group, trying to get closer to the sound, the source of it. Not that you have encountered it yet in this stretch of searching. Pious. Still need perception from Pious, it looks like.
My apologies.
Get with it, Pious. Get with it.
Fuck you.
Yo! Don't promise me a good time.
Fuck you.
11. You do nothing to help find the way. In fact, more than once, Wrath kind of has to be like, no, this way. As he notices you're actually trying to pay attention for the sound specifically. And at one point in that, you manage to just kind of kick a chunk of metal and it skitters and rolls, making noise as it does so.
Huh.
Twilight, Tempest. You're using your eyes more than others, and you do notice like the path that Wrath is leading you. There are bodies kind of all over. Clearly, people that were manning this ship, making sure it moved. They were traveling in it, and there are plenty of these bodies along the way. But you notice you come to a T intersection at one point, and Wrath can't quite tell which way the sound's coming from down this. But the two of you notice down one of the hallways is another Space Marine.
Another space mine?
Yes, another dead Space Marine to the right of this T intersection.
I think that
Guys,
was
there's a room. Go check it out.
seems promising.
Here. I don't think it.
Heading over.
Heading over. So as you get over there, you can tell he's got some weapons on him that have been unused. But one of the walls seems to have been blown out by some type of explosive device. Something powerful enough to actually damage this metal that you guys have checked out previously. On the body, you notice that both of his fists seem to have specialized gloves that have chains running down the fingers, similar to a chain sword. And he also seems to have a pistol, similar to the rifle that you picked up previously. There is also a trail of blood that starts at him, or ends at him, probably more likely, coming from further down that hallway.
I think we're on the right path.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Hey.
Do you loot the body?
I'm not touching that motherfucker.
No.
We should keep moving.
I will reach down and just feel for the pulse.
So to do so, you would have to start removing the armor to get underneath it. The way it all interlocks prevents you from being able to reach the skin. You look at it and you figure it'd probably take you almost a full minute just to get the damn gauntlet off.
Okay, I'll settle for just shaking him, rather.
Lifeless, but it doesn't seem that rigor mortis has set in yet.
This is fresh. Be careful.
So good.
What's for us?
Like I wasn't being careful already.
The body is...
How much blood is on the ground?
I can revivify him.
I'm not sure it's that fresh, but sure, try it.
Okay. Go back.
Let me go to your inventory and remove the diamond real quick. Where is the diamond? There it is. So use the diamond required for Revivify. He does not come back to life, though. As for the amount of blood, there's only a small amount pulled around him, but you can tell there's a wound in his back that's coming from as you're kind of checking that out. And that seems to be what had left the trail of blood up to this point. He seemed to have continued moving until he completely ran out of blood.
Follow the blood.
Hey, follow the blood.
Yeah,
Great
fuck
advice.
I'm a bloodhound now. I'm sniffing my way.
You're sniffing your way. Then give me
Downtown.
that perception check with advantage for sniffing.
Get out of my head.
Captain, how are you going about this as you all continue to search along the ship?
Captain's just holding Mama and Mia pretty close. I feel a little uneasy. It's like the first time that he first ran into the penguins. There's something wrong here. He doesn't like it.
All right. Then, if you're not doing anything specific, no rolls. How about Pious?
Follow the blood trail.
All right. Tempest, you can go ahead and you already have advantage, so it doesn't really matter. Pious, you can go ahead and roll a perception check yourself on that. How about Wrath? Uh-oh, is he muted?
Who's that?
You, how is Wrath continuing on this search?
Just trying to pay attention to that sound still. Even if we're not heading towards it, he just notes that more or less.
All right, go ahead and roll a perception on that. And Twilight, how about you?
Huh?
How are you continuing this search down the hallways?
Still investigation.
All right, still checking under things, peeking indoors and shit like that. Give me the investigation roll then. Tempest, your better roll was a 22.
Hi.
Well, I do detect the faint tint of corpses and tragic backstories, but I mean, that could be anyone, right? Yes, anyone.
Sorry, that could be me.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. The overwhelming stench of all the bodies is keeping you from figuring out exactly which direction whatever this creature is. You can't pick its scent out from everything else.
I turn back human. That is just too overwhelming.
Wrath, how about your listen perception?
25.
Okay. And Pious, you got a 15?
Yep.
So Pious, you're able to kind of like spot it and see where it's going. You come to a four-way intersection. Wrath, you can tell it's the sound is coming more from straight ahead than the left or the right. And Pious, the blood seems to go down the path to the right, which kind of heads back towards the way you came, directionally at least.
The sound is that way. We should remember that next time we pass by here.
Captain, what was your you didn't roll anything. What am I talking about? Twilight, with your 17, you do peek into a room, and you notice that it is full of crates that have been thrown all over. It looks like another major storage room. Kind of right here at the same T intersection that the diverted paths are going.
Can I go look at the crates?
If everyone's willing to wait for you.
Or you're just gonna take off.
I mean, I kind of want to go check out these crates. I'll catch up.
Oh, okay.
No, we ain't splitting up.
I'll be fine. I'll catch up.
Hey, if she screams, at least it came out and made our job easy.
I mean, true. She'll be baked. Okay.
We're right behind you. All the way, Twilight.
Thank you.
Okay, so...
Oh, gold!
What?
Oh, gold!
So you're just shouting, ooh, gold, before you've even properly searched?
Yeah.
Like, are you screaming as loud as you can, or just a general scream?
Yeah, I'm screaming it as loud as I can. Like, ooh, gold!
The rest of you are aware she has not been in there long enough to have found that immediately.
He's just trying to fuck with us.
Well, if it didn't know we were here before, it does now.
Hey, great.
Twilight, as you're searching in the room briefly, because you also don't necessarily want to hold everybody up, you do find several canisters that look like they can be applied to the body. And what it says on them is repair cement. And it does have like an illustration on the other side that basically shows an arm with an open wound and someone pressing it to that and pulling it across, and then like a wound closed up by the material inside the canister.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this and go take it to the guy that I tried to revivify.
You're going to try to patch a hole on a dead person.
Well, isn't that what it's for?
Yes, but that doesn't bring him back to life just because you closed the wound.
Oh. Okay, well, I'll just keep it.
All right. So as you're all standing there for the couple of minutes while she quickly searches the room, the lights have continued flickering, and of course your dancing lights are helping illuminate everything. But you are starting to hear the sounds of heavy breathing, and what almost sounds like large nails slowly chunking into the ground and clattering. A sound you would imagine would come from a giant insect traveling through a metal space.
Oh, fuck.
Something's coming.
I need to kill it quickly. Do not let this escape.
I don't think that'd be a problem.
There will be more. Many,
good.
many more.
Do I notice this?
You don't notice it. You're coming back about the time everyone else has noticed this and had a chance to process it. You come back in time to hear what's said. Wrath, you do notice that one of the bodies, kind of right here, doesn't seem to have like the bruising and damage of being thrown around by the ship, and it also doesn't seem to have any wounds, although it is not breathing. It is clearly a corpse.
I point this out to the group. I don't... This one doesn't seem to have suffered the same injuries as the others.
Good.
Is that good or bad?
Probably not good.
Probably scared himself to death.
Or it died of some other cause. Probably one that's is still around.
For its sake, you better hope not.
Which one of you guys have a really good medicine level?
I am decent at it.
Yeah, I got +9.
Okay, I'll just give you the pen. Hope that would help.
Pious, you can pretty readily recognize that this is for reattaching limbs and closing mortal wounds before a person dies. Something a soldier can use to keep fighting even when they should be dying.
Some kind of repair device for flesh.
And there are 2 of them, is what she said.
Oh, I got 2 of them?
Yes.
Oh, okay, well, I'll give one to him and I'll keep one for myself.
Honestly, when you brought up medicine, I thought you were going to talk about checking the body.
Well, yeah, I was going to do that too. I was going to say that as well.
Who wants to check the body closer, then?
What would I need? An intelligence or perception?
Medicine.
I don't have shit for medicine. I couldn't even tell what a pen was.
Brad starts removing the armor required to check for a pulse.
So this one is a civilian.
Oh, okay. Then he'll just check for a pulse.
You can do that fairly quickly and easily. It is definitely no pulse. No pulse, no breathing, no basic signs of life. The color has not left its skin yet, though.
This one's even fresher than the rest. We should find whatever this is quickly before it finds us.
I agree.
Hey.
All right, which way will you go? The path with nothing, the path towards the louder sound, or the path with the blood?
Louder sound.
I like the blood.
I do too, but I knew I was going to be outvoted.
I'm one person.
And what does the sound like? Okay.
But that does sound like eating.
Yeah, we should probably head towards that.
Okay,
Sure.
to the feast.
To the feast. Hey.
All right, continuing searching the way you were before, or changing up. We'll start with Twilight.
No, I'm still investigating.
All right, then roll the investigation check. Tempest.
All attention on the noise now.
All right, you have advantage on the perception since it's sound based. Captain, how about you?
Find Jack shit.
Is walking considered just holding an action?
I mean, you're capable of holding an action. None of you are dashing or anything, so.
So I'm just going to walk, and I'm going to. Campfires is going to hold Mama and me. They're going to be fully out of their sheaths now. He's going to be holding them. And he's going to be holding action and just walking towards the sound with them.
Sorry, what are we rolling?
Depends on exactly how you're going about it. Are you continuing listening? Are you trying to look around for things? Are you digging under shit?
Listening.
It is Pious's turn.
Yeah, listening, I guess.
All right, that's perception then. And Wrath, continuing to focus on that squelching noise, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
All right, that's another perception. Captain, if you're holding an action ready to attack if something jumps you, you won't get perception or anything on this one.
That's fine. I don't need perception if I see it starting, right down my nose.
All right, Wrath, what did you get on your perception?
16.
16? All right, so the highest was 23 of the four of you using your ears. Or three of you using your ears, and that would be Tempest. So Tempest kind of helps lead towards this sound as you continue down corridors. Twilight, as she's kind of following, and she's still trying to peek into rooms, move things around in case something important got shoved below debris. And at one point, as you're moving through these corridors, she just full-blown trips and falls on her face, creating a very loud clattering noise.
God damn it.
What the fuck was that?
And you all have to
I
kind of
put my
wait
hand
several
over-
minutes for the sound to stop echoing too.
If Twilight says that, I clap my hand over her mouth and try and listen.
So through the echoing clatter, the only thing that you can really hear outside of your little group right there is that same tapping noise on the metal, that insect sound. It seems to be getting closer.
We should hide.
Where?
I don't know. What does it look like around us?
There is an opening to a room nearby. It looks like some type of common area where people probably just rested and relaxed in their free time.
In the room.
Oh, go.
Quickly.
You know what? I can hear you guys.
Do not make
Just
me
leave her
knock
out
you
here.
over the head with this stick.
Twilight, if you fuck this
It's a
up,
good idea.
what is it?
Does it sound like it's coming on the ground, or if it's more does it sound like it's walking?
Yes, sounds like it's walking. As far as on the ground, you can't tell at the moment. Everyone who's going to try to duck in the room and hide and be stealthy, give me a stealth check.
I was gonna say I can go turn into a shape shift and kind of investigate it out a little bit more.
You got this, Twilight.
Hey, I think.
Okay, 9.
9. Twilight, if you're going to start checking, yours is going to be a perception check, but stealth from everybody else.
Oh boy, I might have a chance.
I can smell myself. I need a shower. Oh god.
Thank you.
I don't know why I said that out loud. I am so sorry. That was disgusting, you guys. I'm
Wow.
sorry.
Wow.
How long has it been?
Let's see.
Weeks.
I can't even remember the last time I showered. That's a bad sign. That is a very bad sign. Raph, what was your stealth?
Dirty 20.
So, as you all kind of start to get into the room and try to duck behind things, everything's been thrown around for the most part, except a few things that were secured, thanks to your real world knowledge, there's a giant fucking TV screen on the wall, and that was very well secured. It is broken from shit that was slammed into it, though. And you're ducking behind, the couch that's in there. There's a couple of crates that looked like they had food stuff in them that you can duck behind and the such. And Captain, who's a bit tired here and trying to get into his groove and find a place, he ends up tripping, and when he goes to catch himself on the counter, he accidentally knocks off a tray of silverware that just clatters all over the ground.
God, that's
I thought I was the loud one.
Well, gloves are off.
Pious summons his packed weapon.
Twilight, you're there, and you start trying to pay attention, like, where is the sound coming from? And you're turning around, trying to focus your ear pointed towards the direction you're listening in, and you can't spot where it's from. But you start to have this almost like pulsing feeling in your head, like your temples are just pounding, and you're starting to have problems focusing on what's going on around you.
Wow. I don't know if it's the room or if it's something, but yeah, guys, I'm not feeling good. Like,
So you're moving towards the room, trying to talk to them. Then,
yeah.
give me a Constitution save. You definitely did not get a 71 on that. You got I think you have a 9. I think you said you had a 6, so that would be 14. You can use lucky to re-roll it if you want, of course.
I don't have any more lucky.
Oh, you're right, because the rest did not happen. Yeah, so you get a 14 on it. And as you're like moving closer to the room and such, you're having that trouble focusing, and you end up kicking the door with your foot, letting out another like small echo of metal clanging.
Ow, 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 ow!
So y'all are in the room, clearly anticipating an attack coming. What do you all do?
We better prep an ambush.
I can shapeshift and just kind of run down the hall and see what's going on.
It was nice knowing you, Twilight.
Hey, I mean, I could fly, you know?
Yes, but can you
know
not die? Because that's
I'm
the
gonna do
issue
that.
here.
I'm gonna turn
Okay.
into a fly, and I'm just gonna fly.
So your head is currently pounding, and you're having difficulty telling which way is up. Are you sure you want to turn into a fly that now has 360 movement?
No. Bad idea. See, that's what happens. I don't think well. I'm not turning into a shapeshift.
I'm 100% going to cast Disintegrate on this fucking thing.
I got my knives out, my hands, and my D-sword.
All right, you've got the tiger claws ready.
We all attack when it starts eating her face.
Thank you.
And Twilight, you're still kind of like stumbling into the room.
That's actually not the worst idea. Get around the back of the room, everyone.
What?
Shuffle.
And
I can't even figure out what way is up. What way's the back of the room?
The hermit is assisting you, noticing you having difficulties at this moment.
Thank you.
I'm going to move back with him and cast Minor Illusion of some kind of humanoid, kind of just looking wounded in the middle of the room.
Why don't you cast it out in the hall?
Do you want to go fight in the hall in a narrow space where we'll all have to line up for it?
No, I mean just cast it out in the hall, and like if we come, then we can actually see what it is.
Do you understand why I'm even casting it?
For an illusion.
Bait, Twilight. It's bait to get it into the room so we can jump it.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, what if it's a nice thing? I mean, we don't even know if it's like mean or evil or...
At this point, you all are starting to, without even purposely focusing on it, you're starting to hear the footsteps. And you can hear that it's more than just like the chunk of like needle-like legs into it. You can actually hear soft, almost like pads from feet also making contact. Just a lot quieter than the scraping noise that comes along with it.
Everyone get ready.
Okay, so Wrath, you are casting an illusion. Are you trying to duck behind things? Stealth rolls are still there.
Yeah.
Okay. Pious, how are you preparing?
Well, oh man, I'm gonna cast going to cast Spirit Shroud.
What does that do?
You call forth spirits of the dead which flit around you for the spell's duration. Spirits are intangible and invulnerable until the spell ends. Any attack you make deals 1d8 extra damage. You hit a creature within 10 feet of you. This damage is radiant, necrotic, or cold, your choice. Any creature that takes this damage can't regain hit points until the start of your next turn.
How long does it last?
Up to a minute.
Maybe save it for when they actually get in the room then.
That's fair.
Just a suggestion. You don't have to, obviously.
No, Ooh. No, I don't want to do that. I'm just going to prepare to swing with my club.
All right. Captain, you've regained your balance and such. What do you choose to do to prepare? You are definitely not hidden at the moment.
Did we lose him?
Uh-oh, is Captain muted?
Uh-oh.
Captain!
All right, we'll go to Tempest then, while Captain comes back. Tempest, how are you preparing?
I'm getting ready to launch full steam at this thing once it's in its position.
All right, and Twilight, how about you?
I am going to kind of blend in. I think it's invisibility.
You're going to use invisibility?
But I'm gonna kind of stand closer to the door, so you got your door, then you got your wall. So I'm gonna be kind of standing on the side of the wall, but I'm casting the invisibility. Does that make sense?
All right, all right. About how far away from the door? So the door is like the center of the room, and there's about 40 feet to the right, 40 feet to the left. And then as far as its depth, it's about 80 feet.
I'll probably do it about maybe 15 feet. So that way when he comes in, I can just attack him from behind.
All right. So the seconds pass, and it's almost agonizing. You can all hear, well, except Pious, who doesn't have one, you can all hear your heartbeat in your head, waiting for this creature to come. One slow step at a time. It's not rushing. It's clearly a hunter, and one with a lot of endurance as it's approaching. 6 seconds, 12 seconds, 18 seconds.
God, this is so tense.
You hear it step just down the hallway from the door. You're starting to hear it. It snarls.
Get ready.
Each step continues slowly, and as it rounds the door into the room, you see it, nearly 17 feet tall. This door is almost 15 feet wide, and it's taking up over half of it. That's how broad its body is. It's covered in a thick black exoskeleton. You can see gashes in it where it's already been damaged and injured, as if it's still healing from a fight that was recent. It stands on 2 large, powerful legs. The knees are inverted joints. On its torso, there are 4 large arms, and each one comes to an end with 3 massive claws. Its feet have these same claws, and the way it's standing on them, it's just the slightest pads behind the claws themselves that are making contact with the floor. All of its claws, and even its teeth that you can see, are all twisted and bent and gnarled. As you look in its mouth that hangs open, it's still snarling. You can see rows of teeth, at least 5 of them. And its head stretches back in almost a bulbous shape. You can see its brain pulsing through its skin and its exoskeleton. The brain itself looks like it's got to be at least 3 times the size of any of your heads. And let me send the picture real quick. Should have sent it out as I was describing. There we go. There we go, up on stream, and it has been sent to all of you. Its back is also covered in razor-sharp spines. And as it's walking, you can see its tongue is like hanging out. The end of it looks to almost have like a gaping point and spikes on it as well. It hangs down nearly 7 inches out of its mouth. And as it walks in, it turns its attention immediately from the illusion to the right, and it's looking straight at you, Twilight.
Even though I'm invisible?
Yes.
Um,
And I
I
need
am.
you to roll a charisma save, Twilight. You have advantage.
Okay.
And then everyone needs to roll initiative.
Charisma.
Initiative. We're all rolling initiative. Gonna
Initiative's
die.
15.
Make characters. Here we go. Fuck my life. Watch out.
Yeah.
It's a fucking
my
bug from
initiative.
space.
Hey,
No,
it
it's
rolled a
2d20.
nat 1 on its initiative, so there's that.
Thank fucking God, because I'm gonna fucking drive my club so far up his body.
So far up its ass. Wait, does it even have one of these?
Surely,
It's
if
going to,
anything
but I'm
that
done with
breathes
it.
has an ass.
I'll make an ass.
What?
My site
Wait,
will
that's
cut an ass
illegal.
open.
Wait, that's illegal.
Alien spaceship. I don't think laws apply on here.
Pious got a 20.
Most definitely international territory.
Yep.
It's interplanetary territory. Wrath, what'd you get?
Initiative 25, 16 plus. No, 19 plus 6, sorry.
Okay, 25. Flowers,
13.
13. Tempest, I don't see yours.
It's there. Now 20 plus 10. It's a 30.
Okay, it just doesn't want to pop up on my stuff then.
It's right under. It's above you when you rolled it.
That's why. It's the way it broke it down. Never mind. Okay, that's why I didn't see it. Twilight, your 18 does not pass that con save. Everyone had held action. Most everyone had held actions, though. Tempest, you are able to rush on in there, but I believe we had a couple of ranged attacks waiting. No, Pious, you had a weapon, didn't you?
Yep.
Wrath, you were holding a spell, though, I think.
I mean, I was concentrating on the illusion.
Okay. Captain, you were waiting with a weapon as well. So,
Yep.
Captain, Pious, Tempest, you all get to make one attack real quick as you rush it.
Yo.
Yay.
If it's facing Twilight, then essentially we're just hitting it from each angle.
Okay, dirty 20. Does that hit it?
You all have advantage on this because of the full circle flanking.
Ooh, that's much better. 25.
31.
31. Tempest, remember, you roll 3d20 for the advantage. So roll one more.
Oh, max damage. 15.
Captain got 15 damage on it. Wait, what'd you roll again on the to hit, Captain? I already forgot.
25.
25, okay. Pious, your 31 hits.
I would fucking hope so. If not, we need to get the fuck out of this fucking ship, dude. We are done for.
I got 26 as my highest.
Alright, that is just going to be a normal roll for damage. So you're 2d6 plus... God, I don't even know. It's in your combat actions.
Plus 7.
16 more damage. So you all rush in and you get these attacks and you slam into it, gashing its exoskeleton more, but it seems almost unfazed by the attacks.
Okay. We'll see.
Well, that's a problem.
That puts the top of the turn order at Tempest, though, to take a full turn.
Yep, time to take this guy's attention. Excuse me. Roll. $26, the highest again.
That's a hit for the damage.
$16 again.
Another 16. Give me your second attack.
Is it still a 3?
Yes, you still have that advantage. That's another hit for the damage. I should remove the picture of the Gene Stealer from the stream so you can see the dice rolls chat. 14 damage that time. Alright, you still have your bonus action. Action surge. All that fun stuff.
Yep.
Using a key point.
C.
Okay.
I knew it.
2 unarmed strikes. Here they come.
Oh, I'm mistyping things. No. I just gotta double check some things. Okay.
You still have one more d20 on that.
Hmm?
21 is a hit. Go ahead and roll the next 3d20 for your second unarmed strike. It's another hit. Go ahead and roll the damage. You've got... remove that extra d10, basically. Do not add the d10s.
The what?
You're the
okay.
one looking at your combat actions. You should see your equation for damage. Do not add the 1d10s.
Unarmed strike 1d4 plus 8.
Yep, that would be it. So, 2d4 plus 16 for the 2 attacks.
Okay.
23 more damage between the 2 of them. As you go in and you're just about to make contact, it's when you realize you're not in hybrid form and turn it into punches. Because you do not have your claws at the moment. You could action surge and use that to transform, though.
Sure, why not? Go all out on this guy.
Alright, that is then all of Tempest's actions. So it's Wrath's turn.
Bonus action, Wrath will unsheath his sword and run his hand down the blade, and as he does so, the edges of his body begin to ignite in flames, and he's going to cast a Charlatan Stride at 3rd level. And then, how far am I from this guy?
About 60 feet.
60?
Yes. Because you went to the full back of the room.
Gotcha. 60 feet. In that case... Then, sorry, can I cast it at a higher level since I know he's further away?
Absolutely.
Because it increases my movement speed based on what level I cast it at.
Absolutely.
Okay. Then I will cast it at 5th level, giving me an additional 30 feet, making it 60 feet.
Alright.
And dash forward and plunge my blade into his chest, or at least attempt to. He does, I don't know if he's immune to fire damage, but because I'm within 5 feet of him, he would take 11 points of fire damage.
Your choice, Captain or Tempest?
Tempest, sorry, I know you're probably more likely to live through this.
Alright, that is...
Captain's exhausted already.
Tempest and Pious will both take 11. Because Pious was kind of in the center, so you were having to right next to him regardless.
Okay, I'm sorry, y'all.
That's alright. I can take it.
Okay.
We forgive you.
You do have advantage on the attack.
It didn't help that much. 18 total?
You go to plunge your blade in, and the amount of force you put behind it just wasn't enough as you just kind of and bounce off of its exoskeleton.
Okay. And that's my turn.
Finish catching up the health changes, and that makes it Pious' turn. Actually, first, legendary action, Captain, make a charisma save.
Charisma save.
You have advantage.
Oh, good.
DC is still 21 on this.
How was that advantage? Because that's exactly 21.
You have to beat it, though. Aggressor wins
Shit.
ties.
No!
So you and Twilight are currently both mind controlled, basically.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Pious, that'll make it your turn now.
That's alright. I'll put you guys down if I have to.
Don't worry, guys. It'll be okay. I'll just put you down.
Finger of Death. Make a Constitution savings throw, please. DC 19.
DC 19 is a +5.
Actually,
Surprisingly, con isn't what he's good at. Legendary resistance to pass.
Okay. Then you will take half damage. So that'd be 20,
28.
28, yep. 28 necrotic.
All right.
And then, for my bonus action, I will do something else. I don't think I can do anything else, actually. No.
Nothing? All right.
No, not after casting a spell.
We lost Twilight. How did we lose
Damn
Twilight?
it, Twilight. I told her to stay.
I know she got mind controlled, but damn, I wasn't going to take full autonomy away. I was going to be like, this is your goal. How are you doing it?
Actually, yes, I would like to use my bonus action.
All right. What?
Who has the lowest AC out of all of us?
The lowest AC, I was about to give you Nick's AC.
Uh-huh.
Mecha Gojira at 15. After that, it is Captain and Twilight tied.
Damn.
I know.
Well, I don't want to raise their AC if I'm going to have to fight them. I'll cast Shield of Faith on Tempest.
All right. Tempest AC is up to 26.
Woo!
Now you're tied with Pious.
I'm goaded.
All right. Well, we wait for Twilight to come back since it was Twilight and Captain Flowers back to back. Captain, the mind control you are being given is to restrain your allies. How are you going to go about trying to do that? Preferably most effective way you can think of.
Most effective way. What is in my inventory?
Oh God, Lance, that's great. The very hungry Tyrannid.
I literally opened Facebook and that was the first thing I saw.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Captain Flowers is gonna grab some rope and try to lasso someone in front of him.
All right, you're going to go for a lasso.
Lasso.
That is going to be dexterity. Give me sleight of hand. I think sleight of hand would be most relevant to lassoing, unless someone has an opinion about what might be a better fit. This could just be something I'm thinking of.
Sleight of hand would honestly work in my opinion, but yeah.
I don't know. I think my rulings are typically if you're trying to like full body bind someone, it'd be like athletics. Whereas if you're just trying to get their hands, that's like sleight of hand.
Yeah. This one just falls in a weird spot because like it is a grapple attempt, but lassoing is generally more about precision than strength.
Could be a ranged attack with a DC to escape.
Fair.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, make a ranged attack. You do not have proficiency. Now I'll give you proficiency on this one.
On the ranged.
So it is a dex attack.
Dex attack. That will be.
Who are you going for, though?
Who's in front of me?
Pious would be the one directly in your line of sight.
So Captain Flowers is slightly drooling, and then he kind of goes with the lasso, and he flicks his wrist, and because he rolled a 19, that's his highest.
Not enough for the
Not enough, right.
Pious AC. Pious manages to basically slide and push it off to keep it from actually wrapping around him.
Captain, what the fuck are you doing?
I gotta capture you.
Focus!
Oh, shit. Wrath, the thing has control of him.
Yes, focus!
Focus, Captain. Listen to the sound of my voice.
It's a very nice voice.
Home. Home.
Look, there's penguins. There's a giant one right there. Hey, I mean, it was worth a shot.
Thanks.
God, how do I spell this? Where is it in the inventory? You know what? I know how to find this. Okay, so since we still don't have Twilight back, I just remembered an item she got some time ago. She is making a ranged dex attack currently. Proficiency is +3 or plus? Yeah, +3.
+4.
It is +4?
It's
Oh,
+4.
shit.
Yeah.
And it is against Wrath. Does not make it, though, even with the +10. As you see her pull out this ball made of iron bands, and she just chucks it at you, Wrath. And as it kind of like starts going at you, it like, splays open into what you can only be described as like a metal net.
She really I fucking damn, I'm lucky.
Iron bands of binding.
Yeah.
Or Billaro, as it's called in some cases.
That would have been really bad.
Yes, it would have. To which she will then move to where it's landed on the other side and pick it up, finishing out her turn.
Do we get attacks of opportunity?
Please say yes.
Let's see, she was about 20 feet from the door. She would have to pass Tempest and come out of threat range. Wrath, she's still in your threat range, so Tempest, you're the one that gets an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
some fucking sense into her!
Don't hold back.
I would never. Is it just a standard 1d20?
Yes, just a standard 1d20, no advantage.
Just remember, I have diamonds.
Okay.
You're scaring me.
For Revivify.
Oh,
In case
right.
we accidentally kill him.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Yes, revival, not payment. Okay, gotcha.
Right. Yeah, yep. Mhm.
I think I
Yes.
missed.
You did. She is adjacent to you, though, Wrath, when it comes back around.
Okay.
But you notice as Captain finishes trying to lasso Pious and Twilight makes it over there to pick it back up, their eyes go from being glazed over to like normal again, and Twilight, in typical Twilight fashion, is like, "What? Hold on, what?" And just very confused all of a sudden by what happened. You have control of your character back there, Captain.
Yeah. Right. What the fuck was he doing? What do I know about? Ugh, things is gross and ugly. I'm gonna kill it.
And that does bring it to its turn, though. Shouldn't say that. It has one more legendary action. To which it's going to make one attack against you, Wrath.
Sure.
Of course it's not going to show.
Wrong one.
Yeah. Wow. I'm the one rolling in the wrong chat now. Dang it.
Wow.
31?
Yeah, that hits.
Hits.
Jesus.
It is a challenge 24.
Mhm.
Let's see. 13 slashing damage.
All right.
And you... Nope, that's it. That's the only effect on it. That was its last legendary action, though, and it moves to its turn, where it gets 4 attacks.
Okay.
It is going to go for you again, though, Wrath, with its first.
Sure.
Until it succeeds on a roll, it's going after. If it succeeds, its next one is Pious. One after that is Tempest.
Sure.
So I believe it displays them in order. Rolled. Yes, it does. No. Yes, it does. So the first one is a 32.
Hits.
It does not deal damage. It grapples you instead.
Sure.
25 is the next one against Pious. That's going to be a miss. 30 on the next one, though, and grapples you, Pious, instead of damage. And then the last one being a 20 fails to hit Tempest.
It's grappling us with its
Claws.
larger clawed arm. Okay.
Yeah. So it gets you with all 4 of its arms are technically big enough to do it. So with 2 of them, it has each of you with 1 currently.
All right.
And that is the end of its turn as we go back to the top with Tempest.
Ugh, I hate this thing. You said grapple? It's not grappling? What is it doing?
It is grappling Wrath and Pious currently.
I'm gunning for those arms.
All right.
I think the 30 hits.
No. Suddenly its AC just shot up. Yes, and that's a critical hit, by the way. So roll your scythe damage plus an additional 12.
Okay.
23 damage.
I did that correctly, right?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't make a saving throw for the damage I took for concentration. I got a 26.
That's more than good enough. Way more than good enough, actually. All right, Tempest, that's your first attack. It lands. You gash into its arm something nasty.
Feeling pretty good. Going back in for another one. I gotta remember this. My brain is out of order today.
I don't. Mine is too. So, Jesus Christ, you only rolled 1d20 of the 3, and you still crit. So same damage roll you just made.
Okay.
Sheesh.
Get him!
Yeah.
Double crits.
Somebody gonna get their ass kicked. Somebody gonna get their wig split.
Multi-crit.
I'm showing this thing who's boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So you've left one hell of, like, you hit and you tore through the exoskeleton and the sinew, but it's almost like every fiber is its own living creature as it latches back onto itself so that its arm doesn't fall off or lose grip.
You know, at some point the tendons had to have weakened up to give them a chance.
Yeah, it's weakened
Logically
up to give them
speaking.
a chance to escape when they take an action to do so.
Okay.
Just not enough to end it immediately. You do still
I
have your
still have
bonus
another
action.
attack.
Yep. You do have a free claw attack if you so choose, or use your second key point to make 2.
I'll do the claw. You know, I'm really not liking you. Can you just stay injured?
2 more d20. You do have advantage and open accuracy.
That would be very painful right there.
If you still crit fail this, you crit Wrath instead. If you get 3 nat 1s, you crit Wrath.
Rip.
Success!
A third crit.
Please just fuck off.
So this one is with your claw, which is your claw's a 2d6 or not 2d6. It's 2d4 or 1d8.
I gotta double check again. Combat actions. Come on, load. My claw attack. 2d4 plus 1d10 plus 8.
Okay, so you add an additional 18 to that damage. You're rolling.
So 2d4, 1d10, 8, and
then another 18 on top of that. So plus
Okay.
26.
Yes.
Literally what the Tempest is built for, guys. Crit machine.
Yeah.
Did that one wrong. There we go. Just fucking die!
It still stands.
What's that one soundbite from fucking Prop Hunt? Yeah. Fucking Bruce Lee shit.
Pretty much.
This fucking thing. Stare.
Is that the end of the Tempest turn?
Yes, she's gonna fucking wreck this thing. Ending my turn, obviously, but yeah.
Obviously. As it's going to go for striking the U.
Oh, he's gonna have to be good.
Oh,
Oh.
no! Oh no! It's a miss! Unless you guys will let me make a legendary resistance re-roll that.
Wait, what?
Oh, gotta be quicker than that. What?
Burn a legendary resistance to re-roll an attack.
Oh, no.
No.
That sounds terrible.
That sounds terrifying with a plus 13. That makes it Wrath's turn.
Alright. I'm grappled and restrained, I assume, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to activate Blade Song as a bonus action and attempt to escape the grapple.
All right. Escape DC 19 instead of the normal 21.
And it's in athletics or acrobatics, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Because of Blade Song, I have advantage on acrobatics checks.
Hell yeah.
And I still didn't get it. 19.
Unfortunate.
Very. So yeah, that's my turn.
All right. And with that, it is...
Oh, and it takes fire damage. Sorry.
Oh yeah, so does the Tempest and the Pious as well.
In Twilight? Yes or no? 'Cause
Yes,
she was
and
next to me,
Twilight.
correct?
You're right, and Twilight. She is currently next to you.
Yep, so 6 points of fire damage, everyone, sorry.
was How much damage did we take initially? I forgot.
11 was the first fire. I've got you at 91 currently.
Forgot to add that. My bad.
Oh, good.
No, it's fine. Do whatever you got to do. We have to kill this fucking thing. I don't care.
Mhm.
I can heal myself. I'll be fine.
Okay, that's my turn, though.
All right, with that, it's taking another action at Tempest. 26.
The attacker wins, right?
Yes, attacker wins.
Stare. I'm not looking away from this bitch.
You're staring it down as it turns its claw towards you, double jointed in its in its limbs,
I got this.
which turns into 13 damage to your face as it rips one of your eyes out.
I
sorry?
totally got this. I'm on the ground. I am screaming.
That rolls it on to Pius's turn, though.
Also going to try and break out of the restrain
All right.
grapple.
DC 19. Athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
I think we all know what it's going to be.
Acrobatics, definitely. Your strength checks always fail, I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, because I'm not proficient with athletics. Believe it or not. Nope.
Nope, still grappled.
Oh, I'm supposed to make a con check for when I took that damage to see if the AC guidance. Where's my fucking? There it is. Dun, 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 dun. Yep. Tempest still has +2 AC. Okay, that's my turn.
All right, with that, its last legendary action. Wrath. Make another escape DC.
Oh,
It is leaning in towards you, its tongue lifting up towards your face.
23 this time.
You manage to clasp your jaw and turn your head, preventing it from driving its tongue down your throat.
Oh my.
Okay, so
The ability is literally called Gene Stealer's Kiss, by the way.
I don't.
Oh shit!
doesn't-
Jesus. Oh shit! I know. Remember this. Fuck. Okay.
For anyone interested, this is a Gene Stealer patriarch.
Are you fucking serious?
Yes. So it sounds like
Well, I'm
Captain
making-
is now aware that most of the ship is probably already infected.
Oh fuck. Well, okay. I'm just gonna have to roll a new character.
That makes it Twilight's turn, though, who is still not back. I still haven't gotten a message from her. I wonder what happened. I hope she's okay.
I could probably see he plays one of the Russian twins.
Why not just play pots and pans?
Those are the Russian twins.
Oh, that's right. They're the Russian twins. I forgot they were the Russian ones. Because you have like 3 different twins ideas. So.
You know the half elf Russian twins.
Come on, Twilight spells, open up already. She's got to have at least one attack spell that's not like AoE. No, she doesn't. Makes it Twilight attacks then against the enemy. Oh, she said she had their Tiger Claws ready. That's right. Oh, still has advantage. Check for that crit. No crit. For 7 damage. And she'll offhand, since it's a pair of weapons. Nat 1, Nat 20. You watch her go in, and at first it looks like she's going straight at the ground, but she turns and just uppercuts this thing into the jaw. This thing is squealing in pain finally from something, though. And Captain, it is your turn.
Finally, shit. Okay, is it at least facing away from me?
Kind of, sort of, not really. You guys have it surrounded, so.
Okay. Is it at least busy?
More or less, yeah.
Cool. Can I jump on its back and try to bury both axes into it?
Athletics with disadvantage. That will be your attack roll. You have to beat its AC with that.
Okay, so the first one's a 15. And that's a 16. So 15.
You do not manage it. You go to jump up and you just kind of scrape down its back, not making the impact to stick in it.
You're... Oh, you're a tough bastard.
All right, that brings it back to its turn, unless you have a bonus action, Captain.
Do I have a bonus action? Oh, I have magic weapon. That is okay. Magic weapon.
A spell called Magic Weapon, and it lets you make an attack when you summon it, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I can cast that.
Oh. Guessing spell attack, probably. That's normally how it works.
Let's see. Bonus action, concentration up to 1 hour. Let me see. You touch a non-magical weapon till the spell ends up when it becomes a... Oh.
Nope, not one of those.
Not one of those, okay. Let me see. What else did I have? Branding Smite. That only works if I... Okay, yep, I have nothing else at the moment.
All right. Wrath, you got another escape DC here as it gets to its turn and it goes to make that attack again.
Sure. Oops.
It's only a DC 19 because it's struggling with so much.
Natural 20.
Hey, let's go.
Hell yeah. That brings it to a total what?
26.
You managed to slip out of its grip as well.
Oh, wow!
Tempest, you're at the top of the turn order as it finishes its turn with that attack.
Fucking screaming right now on the ground. My God. Half of all I see is red in half my eyes. My vision.
How much anger is in here? In this mix of
plenty.
fear and pain? Plenty? Plenty, you say?
Okay. There's definitely a lot of anger, but overall, it is fear.
You hear that voice from the last time you transformed. I can help you. Give me control for just a moment.
No, not happening. I'm still like right up next to this thing, right?
Yes, you are.
um. Yeah, I'm gonna just try to get away at this moment for now. I'm just gonna try to just get away as best I can.
Disengage and skid away. You got it.
Yep, covering half my face here. I had multiple thoughts, and that was the only thing I came to.
It happens.
All
The
right.
voices are bad. Wrath would have been pissed with the others.
Wrath, the legendary action, is going to be trying to take control of you. Give me a charisma save. DC 21.
Charisma save. Oh, I'm good at those.
Yes, you are.
I'm gonna
I rolled a 30.
Right.
You're good. You feel it pressing into your mind and push it out.
Pitiful.
But that makes it your turn then, Wrath.
Alright. That's another 6 fire damage.
6 fire damage before you even take an action. Damn.
Yep, I'm just next to him here.
Give me a second
And
here. Before you can do anything else, as the flames rise up around its body, it squeals, letting go of Pious and shrinking back, trying to step out the door before it just collapses on the ground.
that was anticlimactic, and he's gonna walk over and attempt to cut its head off.
Yeah, I was about to ask. I was about to ask if y'all were okay with me just beating this thing into a pulp.
Do it.
I just roll an attack, or
Yep, go ahead and roll it to hit. You have advantage. It's 30?
Yeah, I guess I could roll advantage. It's 30. Yeah, 30.
30. No crit, though?
No crit. 12 points of slashing.
12 slashing as you go for its throat.
Wait. No, never mind. Okay, yeah. Oh, and because it is stirring now, it does an extra d6 lightning, actually.
God damn.
So, another 4 lightning.
So you get up close to it and you kind of like, you're leaning down, going for that swing, and it goes to reach up for you. Describe how you deflect it and deal the final blow.
Wrath, as it reaches up and Wrath realizes it's still alive, he takes his other hand and grabs the wrist of the thing as it reaches up, and he's just going to start channeling lightning through his hand, and you see it flow up his arm, across his chest, and down into the sword as he brings it up and slashes across the neck.
Its head tumbles across the floor after flying over you and landing on the ground behind.
That was not good.
No.
What the fuck was that?
They're called Tyranids.
Mind you, Tempest is just hunched in the corner, just staring at its body.
As you say that, you all realize that there's the sound of large metal steps as a looming figure in pitch black armor kind of turns around the door.
Yeah, you're right, bastards to kill. Surprised you got it.
Where the fuck were you for the past 10 minutes?
He kind of finishes stepping in, and you can see that his left leg is almost completely disconnected from a slash as he's kind of limping his way into the room.
Oh, my apologies. Yeah, that'll do it.
No, you're right. It's my job to deal with these fuckers. And I couldn't. It's too late for the ship. Everything needs destroyed.
Anything you're willing to part with that isn't super important to you?
I think this is a situation where time is more of an essence.
Oh.
He reaches to a pack that's on his side, opens it up, and just pulls out a string of grenades and tosses them at you.
Just get to the core. Blow the ship up at the engine.
Quick question. How big will the explosion be? Do you know?
At least 10 kilometers.
Holy
Depends on how
Christ,
much power
okay.
it has.
Yeah, that's a no-no, actually. We're actually trying not to do that to our planet. So, we can't do that.
Do you think we can launch it into the atmosphere and explode it there?
If you can find a way to launch the bitch, the engines are gone. The actual thrusters blown to hell.
It's no good.
We can't let what's on here escape.
Well, then we're gonna have to fix it. It's a good thing you have me as a dwarf around here to actually try.
I don't think you got the time. It'd take us at least 2 years to put together just thrusters. This thing's gonna escape, and then your whole world is done.
Oh, good.
He's telling the truth. We need to figure something out quickly. Let's get to the core. We can come up with an idea on the way.
Sounds good.
Let's do it.
What's your name, soldier?
I gave that up when I was sent to the Death Watch. I'm done for anyways.
And he just kind of collapses, slumped against the wall. He's still breathing, but you can see the fight in him is just gone.
Wrath walks over to him and pulls out that rifle and just holds it out for him to take. You better be alive by the time we get back here.
He grabs it and just kind of like grunts at you.
You know, for Xenos, you're not too bad.
I suppose we take that as a compliment then.
Yes, coming from him, yes, that's a very big compliment.
Okay then, I take it.
Good work.
And Pious walks out of the room.
Wrath follows.
So he catches your arm, Wrath. It's like,
Hold on, almost forgot.
he kind of pulls out a scrap of what you can tell is a blueprint and hands it to you.
Should be enough of the map left to find your way.
Thank you. That's very useful. We'll be back. And Wrath kind of just sets a hand on his shoulder as he walks past.
Tempest is looking for the Hermit. She is barely able to function on her own at the moment.
Expected, having lost an eye.
Oh, that's right.
He's doting over you and like trying to kind of like figure out what to do. But the best he has is cure wounds, kind of staunch the bleeding and stop you from bleeding out.
Would mending even work on an eye?
No, does not work on the living.
Just wrap it up for now.
You get 16 hit points back though.
Woo, where am I at? I feel like I wasn't keeping track right.
Let's see, 74 is where you're at currently?
I had myself at 61.
No, that would
Yeah,
work.
you had missed a small amount of damage in there. But after the heal, you're at 74.
Uh-huh.
Alright, you are able to follow that map, and it takes you about 15 minutes to get all the way to the engine room. And you can see out the back that it's an open gap out into the forest.
Maybe I lied to him then. Here's our escape.
Fuck it.
I don't think he intended to get off this ship anyway.
Well, at least his death will be peaceful. Hopefully.
Actually, I think it'll be quite violent, if I'm being honest with you. This is going to create a big explosion, potentially.
Meh.
Yeah, pretty much. 10 kilometers, that's over 12 miles?
Reverse direction. Mile, I think. Hold on. No, I think I just messed that up. Let me... I don't know why I prepped this in kilometers, by the way.
I
Especially
think a
since 50-50, I
kilometer-
fuck up how to do the equation.
I might be wrong, actually. You might be right. I really don't know either.
Oh no, yeah, it's like 1.6 kilometers per mile. Because a kilometer is smaller than a mile. So you could say
Gotcha.
like
I had it backwards.
we'll say around like 15, 16 mile radius. It is far enough that it's gonna kind of reach the edge of your camp where you were set up. And that is a 45-minute trip that you have to outrun an explosion for.
Right. Wait here. And Wrath is gonna step outside into the forest.
All right. What are you doing as you step outside?
Patches, can you hear me?
Interesting. Right on the line of the danger zone. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm wondering if you have a scroll.
And I can almost guarantee I do.
Oh, actually, I might not be able to get it from you. Shit. Isn't... Do you have any scrolls that might help us teleport or move quickly for an extended period of time?
Well, I could just provide you with a scroll of teleport. You likely have the funds for a scroll of gate. But your little old man over there can do teleport if that's how you're going to go about it.
Am I able... I don't think I'm able to get that from him, though. Am I wrong? Because that's a 7th level spell.
Maybe not. Hold on, what? Oh, I need to open up spell scroll and double check rarities.
Actually, teleportation circle works also. But actually, no, it doesn't, because I have to go to another circle. Shit! Never mind. Sorry, Patches, I wasted your time.
Let's see. 7th level, very rare. Yep. Cannot purchase that. It has to be a 5th level or lower.
Yep, Wrath. Sorry, Patches, I wasted your time, and walks back in. Yep, nope, my idea's not gonna work. Anyone have any ideas?
I'll do it. You all get off the ship. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not that suicidal. Jesus.
Yeah, no.
I mean, if anyone was going to stay behind, it would probably be best to do me.
Yes, it was nice knowing you, Hermit. Everyone, let's go. Oh, here's the grenades.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yep.
Are you sure?
I mean, Patches was right. I can teleport, and if the spell goes wrong and I end up in a weird place, at least it's not a problem. All of you are the ones that need to stay together on this road. I'll find you eventually.
Be safe, please.
I'll try.
You have to do more than try.
God, I hate doing this. I love you, Hermit. Be safe.
He turns to you and goes in for a hug. And you can see his eyes are almost like a complete golden white right now.
I love you too, Pious. I'll see you all again. Don't worry.
You damn well better.
As the
I
hermit,
won't you eat any of my food ever again.
as the hermit wraps his arms around Pious, he just pats his head, and then pats his back.
All right. He is setting himself up, getting ready with those grenades. And he says he will give you guys an hour and a half before he actually sets them off. That we have plenty of time to get away.
Wrath just kind of nods whenever he says this and pulls out out of his pocket that small little hagstone that he had been messing with at the beginning of the adventure, and he hands it off so that you can find us later.
He nods and takes it.
All right. Anyone need to do anything before we go?
No, we should get off of this fucking ship. Fuck this.
I agree.
Hey.
I'm already walking away.
All right. How are you approaching going back to the road? You don't really know how the road curves and such up ahead, but you at least know the path if you go just directly back the way you came.
Probably what we'll do, I guess. And maybe just keep like pack up camp and keep going a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. So you get back to camp and you realize that if you start traveling now, at least, you'd probably get caught in the explosion, just because of the exact placements and how radiuses work. So you know that the safest thing would be to at least wait until after the explosion to continue traveling on the road. I do need one of you. Who wants to be responsible for the Hermit's fate?
Not it.
No.
I think it's the waste of the group. I shall take responsibility.
Roll me a D100.
Of course.
Oh,
I'm doing
I see now.
It's the teleport.
Yes.
Well, wait. It does count that I gave him the stone, right? Because now he has something of the place he's trying to go.
So it's about the location, not people. You can't teleport to people. It's locations, unfortunately, and your familiarity with the area.
Gotcha. 61.
61. Give me one D10, Captain, and Pious, you'll give me the other D10.
Six for the Hermit.
A 6, is that what you said you were?
6, yep.
Oof.
Come on, calculator, stop being a jerk, just open for me.
Come on, calculator, what are you doing?
Calculating.
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 All right, it has been determined where he will land and what will happen to him. You will not find out until later, though, because he does not succeed in teleporting back to the camp, as he was attempting. You all do, after about another 45 minutes of just waiting and watching, you do finally see it as the light flashes out and upwards, and you just see it spread rapidly towards you. And it doesn't make it, like, within a hair's breadth of you, but you figure that if you had been much closer, you would have probably got fucked up, as even the continued force of just the wind pressure kind of pushes against all of you. And that's where we're wrapping up for tonight.
I could have done Long Strider, right?
To increase
What's
speed?
What's the duration?
Let me see. Increases by 10 feet until the spell ends.
How long does the spell last?
1 hour duration.
Oh, yeah, that might have helped.
Yeah, so next time we will come back to the same night as you all watch the remnants of this explosion.
Right. I have no longer any first level spell slots left.
Oh no. Anyways, everyone who's here with us, thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to attempt to start running reruns again. We'll see if that works. Otherwise, Monday I'll be back with Dead by Daylight. Thursday will no longer be Made in Abyss. Instead, it's going to be Homebrew Thursdays, where I spend an entire stream homebrewing things. And then Friday, we'll be back with Highroad again to see this conclusion. So thank you, and as always,
I love you. Bye bye, Kubo.
See ya, bitches.
Bye.
You, bye.